Alright, hello again, friends and enemies. Right where we left off. I had to cut the stream short because YouTube has a tendency to cut my streams shorter than average and not let VODs stay up. So I am going to go ahead and double check to make sure the VOD from the last one stayed up. We may be joined here in a moment by someone important. Not my boyfriend, unfortunately. He's not in the server that I'm currently in. It's someone who I think you might be interested to hear a little bit from and about. Someone who I technically work for, so be nice. That being said, little Koo's in here with me. She was chasing a raccoon and doing a pretty good job of scaring it away when I called her in, and she was like, "Oh, let me chase it, let me chase it." So, give me a moment to check to see that my VOD from earlier today is still up, yeah? My channel, my videos. Okay. Perfect. Okay, my VOD is still up. Let me double check some things here, because YouTube Studio is acting a little weird on me before we continue. We might have lost the last 2 hours of the stream. So let me check a couple things real quick. I want to make sure everything is ship shape and above board, yeah? Okay, so a good chunk of the VOD on Twitch is now gone. So, that's gonna be interesting. Okay. Hang on. I will have to go into Twitch and download my stream. Give me a moment. I want to make sure the full VOD is up. So, you may have missed the last 2 hours of me running around on YouTube because of a slight streaming hiccup we had a little bit ago. Let me go ahead and go into my video producer mode. It should be a longer than a 4-hour stream. Yeah, it's a 6-hour stream, so I'll go ahead and bookmark that to download. So what you missed, we wound up grinding. I decided to break down and use those special dungeons.
All right.
We also met the mannequins, so that's something. If you were on Twitch, you saw the whole thing. If you were on YouTube, you're missing the last 2 hours of it. I'm sorry. I will do my best to get that uploaded as soon as I can. I have no idea why the Twitch stream and the YouTube stream got desynced. I am hoping, beyond all hope, that it stays up. Knowing my luck, it won't. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay, so I will summon to the party my newly fused jack-o'-lantern, which, if you were watching on Twitch, you saw, but if you were watching on YouTube, again, you missed a lot. Like a lot. So, gonna go ahead and check to see if I can,
Welcome. Take a look.
I'm not a high enough level to use
Anything
these.
take a look.
Ooh, we can get berries. But yes, letting Cry know where I'm at.
That all?
Yes.
Take a look. Anything else?
Then from here, enter while in the full moon.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
The heavens shine brightly. What is your bidding?
Are you sure?
Yes. Very. Okay, good. No fusion accident.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am Lazo. Yeah. So, if you were watching on YouTube, you're missing about 2 hours worth of gameplay. Again, I'm sorry. I just have no idea why that happened. It's a mystery. Okay, so I've got a high pixie. I need to get up to level 19, and I have... no second.
Are you sure?
Yes. Am I down?
All right.
Am I down to 4 demons again? Ah.
All right.
With that. Yep, I got myself a Tengu. We are actually grinding one of the DLC dungeons right now for experience points. So I'm having to head back. They are really not going to let me recruit another Guapo, are they? Ah, fine. Wing Buffet. Alright. Let's go ahead and... party. Summon. Tengu, keeping the Inugami on hand, just in case. Double checking to make sure I do not have any grimoires on hand. I do have one thick grimoire available. Um, they reuse the EXP map, reuses the map layout of the Shinjuku Hospital basement and different various pieces of the hospital. And the Maka dungeon, Yoyogi Park, apparently. But this is my first playthrough of Nocturne in general that I've gotten past the hospital. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll admit, my first playthrough, I'm kind of halfway cheating, but, I ran into the Matador at level 15. So, yeah. I'm, not allowing that to happen again. When I was playing this at a friend's house, and I had to do the boss fight for the Matador, as I said, I didn't play this game all the way through. They literally just got me to the Matador and scarred me for life by
Now
letting
then.
me play the Matador. So, yeah, the minute I saw the Matador and I realized it was level 15, I was like, oh, fuck. Ooh, that's a teleportation puzzle there. Okay, learn Demetia, replace Dia. New demons never before seen in the original game could appear. Yes, that is correct. But allow me to divulge a little something to you that I have figured out. Fusion accidents. Fusion accidents are a lifesaver and also a burden. Someone sent me a guide on what to do with the Magatama without any spoilers, so yes, that is helping. Just have to get that back open, because now that I've got Media, which apparently is a required skill for surviving Matador. So apparently, they all shake at all times. That's not the issue. The issue is you have to know what the shaking means. Unfortunately, I'm not that patient. I'm level 20 now. Just learned Media. I'm one level behind what I should be on the... Oh! Give me just a moment, Cry. And don't worry too much, most beat Matador around level 18, but it can be much more if you grind only and not look for other options, like something for its force skills. Okay, thank you, Lozo. Ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, everyone exempts, everyone floating violently between the extremes, I would like to introduce you to Sweet Cryzen. Hi, Cry!
Oh, hello! Hi! I'm so sorry, my voice is really raspy.
I'm gonna go ahead and... There we go. So... Would you like to tell the 2 viewers I currently have about the project we're working on together?
Sure. So hi, my name's Cry. I'm the writer, producer, artist, and voice actor for an upcoming comic project that I'm running. I currently have another person on my team by the name of Angel, who's my assistant, who helps me run everything. Basically, the main purpose of the project is that we're making a comic based on the very, very popular game Sally Face, except it has our own little twist to it. And Jeronis here actually plays a very important role of one of the main character's parents.
Yeah, one of the best supporting roles. Whenever I show up, something happens.
Pretty much. Now I think about it, that's actually kind of true.
So, like, Sal's dad will show up every now and then to, like.
Which, you know
But
what? I was gonna talk about that with everybody else, but I might as well just say it here. I'm kind of like on the edge of like just cutting out Sal's dad, or at least giving him dialogue, because I haven't gotten anybody yet.
so the
Rugaloon.
attempts to find a voice actor for him are still in the air.
It's still up in the air right now. We still have a couple more days. Auditions close on the 30th.
Okay.
Or at least I moved them to the 30th when they close.
Okay. Gotcha.
But no luck so far. I'm still looking.
So your art teacher hasn't said maybe, or
Haven't gotten any auditions yet from him, so no, probably not.
okay. So the dungeon I'm currently in on the game I'm playing has a teleporting gimmick. It's driving me up a wall.
I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so or to the viewers listening, I used casting call club to hire some of the voice actors that are going to be appearing in this project, including the wonderful Good Universe VA who voices Larry Johnson, who was actually one of the most important lead roles in this comic, and I got him from here. And I just looked on it right now while you were asking me if my teacher had submitted something, and there's actually a little tab that you can just look through to find regular voice actors. Without projects, just looking for voice actors.
I mean, it's one of the benefits of working online and working with people that are completely new to it. Like you are more liable to find good voice actors trying to find their way into the industry than you are to find people who actively audition for things. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
so Ice Breath didn't work. Let's try Tornado. Okay. Let's try an attack. There we go.
I was gonna ask, are you streaming on Twitch? Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch. I'm also streaming on YouTube and on Facebook. Yay. Unless, oh no, it looks like the YouTube stream might have cut out because my life counter my life counter looks like it might have reset again. I'm double checking.
I see you're using your VTuber model. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, made by the brilliant Ink Curry, one of about 4 VTube model. Oh no, my YouTube stream is still up. Yay! One of about 4 brilliant VTube model makers that I just happen to know. Yeah. So here's the thing about Magatama, right? Answering a question from Lozo. The thing is, as you level, at almost every level you can learn a skill. Level 20, the only skill that can be learned is counter, but Tornado can be learned as early as level 17. I learned it at level 18 because I'm behind. Because I did a stupid on
Stupid.
I did a stupid. Let's see here. You have Jack Lantern use Maragi. And Zan. There we go.
I love like how the look of this game kind of reminds me of like old 2000s
Oh,
stuff.
that's the thing. This is a remaster of a mid 2000s video game re-released for the PS4. The official release date isn't until Tuesday, but Tuesday I have to get the COVID vaccine, so and my birthday's Monday, so yeah.
Oh,
So
man, I gotta look into getting that.
um and Loza just said, "Yep, that's kind of how they balance out skill gaining, which is neat to encourage Magatama changing." To think that this game is 18 years old, yeah, this game is it's an old game, but it's a good one, and this is actually my first time actually playing through it. I think I mentioned this to Lozo earlier. The boss that I'm trying to level up in order to beat, put it to you this way, when I first had interactions with this game, it was with a friend who was teaching me about the Shin Megami Tensei franchise, and basically I more or less I asked, oh, when the next boss comes up, may I see if I can beat it? And it was the first big boss of the game, the one that I just ran into. He was underleveled, and I was scarred for life. And as soon as I ran into this boss again, it's like, oh no, I'm underleveled. So I died. So that's what I'm working on fixing right now. So we're at level 20. Yeah, the polish is a big jump in visual quality, but for a 2003 game, this really holds up even on the original. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Thank you so much for that, Lozo. Let's see. What skills can be learned at level 21 and level 20? Level 21, I can
I'm just
learn.
kind of here.
Okay. Level 21, I can learn Shock, but the problem is I can't get it until I beat Thor. So, yeah. At this point, my leveling needs to probably end. And I need to start using these grimoires I keep finding. Start leveling up High Pixie. Yes. Now, let's go ahead and try to head back to the other part of the dungeon. Like the one where we're actually, like, able to escape from. There we go. Okay, High Pixie. Fury.
Oh,
Yeah?
so I was going to tell you guys, apparently, I don't think I am leaving tomorrow after all. I don't think I am. So there may be a slight chance that I might want a Discord only stream.
Ooh.
I don't know. I haven't completely thought about it yet because I really, really wanted to do that Cards Against Humanity thing.
Ooh. So, how do you play Cards Against Humanity on PC? Is the question.
So, it's not like really Cards Against Humanity. It's like a
Left.
different link thingy.
So it's similar to Cards Against Humanity, though?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, alright. You're gonna have to walk me through it, because I've seen people playing it, but I've never played it online before, except for on my phone with Bad Apples, and even then it's like, Bad Apples kind of sucked. It wasn't like actually playing and interacting with people live and talking with them, so. Okay, there we go. That's another thick grimoire right there. Okay. Items. use.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at some sites right now, and there's one called
Oh,
playingcards.io, but I don't think that's like a good one. I'm just looking.
okay, Lozo has another comment about the game, mainly because of the art style. It's a very shape-based style at its core, which is with enough detail to define characters, but not small details to not appear held back by the PS2 graphical engine. Like a lot of textures were just flat colors. Yeah, some things that did get added, if you ever do wind up playing this, a little Easter egg that you may or may not notice. When you go down to the basement in the Shinjuku Medical Center during the pre-prologue, because we're still in the prologue, we're still in the tutorial phase, basically. I'm gonna go ahead and Amala
That's
link real
me
quick.
with this one.
Basically, when you first go into the basement of the Shinjuku Medical Center, all of the screens where the logo of the hospital would normally be, the demon summoning program from Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor, just moving in very, very slow motion. Like, you remember the booting sequence? If you ever played Devil Survivor, which is a turn-based RPG, anyway, completely different setup. But the demon summoning program graphic that scrolls by on the 3DS screen and the 2DS screen if you're playing the original, like really, really, really fast, except in really, like, not slow motion, not slow enough you can actually read it, but still just fast enough it's barely unreadable. Game Junkie, is this on PC? No, I'm sorry, Junkie. I'm playing on PS4. I am sorry about the frame skips occasionally because my computer can barely handle streaming at the same time as running a VTube avatar, at the same time as running my good mic, at the same time as charging the controller.
Oh, I thought this was our friend, like our actual friend Junkie.
No, it looks like a Game Junkie Inc. But this is available on PC. Devil Survivor is not, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and teleport to Ginza then, real quick.
Wait. Okay. I'm looking in whatever like other servers that we were in. I don't know if you were around for this. I don't think you were.
I like my entire friend group I've only met in the last year. So if this was a year or more back.
Okay. Um, it's because okay, so almost like a couple of months ago. What are we in May?
We're in May, yeah.
It's almost been like half a year since this thing happened. Um, and I got into some beef with a with like a Vocaloid recolor.
Oh, wait, what?
Did I not tell you about that story?
No, you did
I
not.
did.
You did not.
Okay. I'm gonna sum this up really short.
What's the thesis?
Okay. So this happened during December, and this was like a couple months after I met everybody. And this was like during my finals week, and I decided, okay, you know what, I'm gonna join some RP chats because I'm bored and I need to take my mind off studying because I'm tired. And I joined one that I was like, it was labeled as like a high school or something, and like the whole preface was simple, like you can have mystical characters, you can have like a whole backstory, you go to class, blah blah blah, same stuff like that. Except you also had dorms, so it was like a college kind of thing.
Okay.
And my character, which if the viewers who don't know who I am, I actually use an Oni dragon as my Sona, I should say. She's got horns, she's got a big tail, stuff like that. And one of her abilities, besides shapeshifting, is fire breathing. Well, there was an incident that my Sona got really sick, and because my roommates didn't know what type of species this was, they couldn't help her. So she kind of just moped around on the couch or whatever. And then all of a sudden, this girl came in, and I'm gonna call her Mint like I did in my video. And Mint, basically, she jumped like through the window and decided to kind of bother us. That's kind of how the whole thing started. Is she kind of bothered us, and I was getting pissed off with her, and she was like, "Oh, I can heal you because I have magic healing powers." I'm like, "That's not how that works. Like, my Sona has different DNA of two different species combined together. We don't know how this works." And she was like, "Oh, well, I can help you anyways because I have a magic sphere, or not a magic. It's like a magic thingy. I don't know, a magic knife." Um, and I was like, "Okay." So I just kind of went along with it, and I was like, "You know what? I can say that she healed her, but it's not really true. I can say that she's just faking it." And Mint decided to not only bother me but bother my roommates, and my Sona got annoyed, and she let out like a little bit of smoke from her mouth, like showing that she was getting annoyed. And Mint decided, she was like, "Oh, she's got fire breathing powers. I can do this too." So she took the little knife that she was able to heal me with, that had like my Sona's blood in it or something,
Ugh.
and she used it on herself, granting her my abilities. And I was like, "What?" I'm literally the entire time I was thinking about that, I was that dog meme, like he's sitting in the fire and he's like, "This is
Uh-huh.
fine."
Uh-huh.
That's how I was the entire time.
Uh, okay.
And
Keep going.
um, basically what happened was, my memory's a little fuzzy. Okay, so my at the time my Sona had a boyfriend, and right, and they were being all cuddly, they were being all cute, whatever. And Mint and my other roommate were being so extremely loud, like they were just being obnoxiously loud, and my Sona got very upset. And this is where uh, I got pissed because she decided to interrupt our RP by coming out of nowhere. Just decided to come in because she was a server owner, and that pissed me off. So the next morning rolls around, and I confront her, telling her like, "Hey, look, dude, like, you gotta leave. Like, I'm sick and tired of this. You drink not all of our stuff in our kitchen. You ate all of our food, and now you're breaking stuff in our dorm." And she gets all pissed off at me, and she decides to lift my Sona with her powers, right? And it's a backstory for my character, because a lot of people don't know this. My character was actually killed before and then reincarnated. She was killed by another mythical being by lifting her and then throwing her and tossing a telephone pole into her, like, basically impaling her.
So, in
That's
other
how
words,
she.
yeah, in other words, basically trauma got
Yeah,
triggered.
she. My Sona has trauma from that. She gets PTSD from that. And when Mint decided to lift her up with her powers, it sent my Sona into like a type of shock, where she literally started to foam at the mouth because she was like having like an out of body experience.
Ugh.
And Mint took this as an advantage and started to slam my Sona like into the floor repeatedly, like physically injuring her. And when my Sona cried out for her to stop, because my Sona couldn't do anything, because one of the server rules in her thing was that only teachers or her friends and her are allowed to have powers. Students were not allowed to have any powers. And I was pissed about that, but I kind of just let it. I kind of let little things slide every now and then because I never caught it.
Okay.
She took my Sona out into the hallway of like the dorms, and she basically like tossed my Sona against a wall, which broke it, causing her to like crack her skull.
Okay.
And that was the end of that. What the thing is about what that server was, that I never consented to that altercation either. She kind of did it on her own whim and almost killed off my character without my consent, and that was the only character that I had.
Yikes.
So I called her out on her bullshit, and she didn't like that. Sorry for cursing, but she didn't like that. Um,
Yeah, well, I mean, this is a game that is rated M for mature, and we're in the 17 plus chat for a reason.
I was gonna say, like, I
Feel
don't know
free.
if I should curse because you're streaming.
No,
I
no,
did
no, no,
anyway.
no. You're fine. My channels are marked as not for kids, ever.
Okay, thank God. Okay, sorry.
Hey, you're
um,
fine. You're fine.
anyways, so I called her out on it, and I kind of got upset, and I told my RP partner at the time, I was like, "Hey, look, I'm kind of not really interested in this again, or this thing anymore. It's getting on my nerves."
Mm-hmm.
And so I left. But before I left, there was a tons of like out of character moments that happened, and just so that the audience is aware, I'm 17. I just turned 17. When this altercation occurred, I was 16. Um, let alone that I'm still a minor in the US. I'm still classified as a minor. In certain states, I'd be classified as an adult, but in the United States, I'm classified as a minor. Um, what happened was that Min decided to say some not okay things that a 16-year-old should have to see, especially when that individual did not consent to those type of jokes being put towards them when they stated they had a significant other.
Okay.
And so when I left, oh no, let me rewind a bit. Before I left, I checked the server, and that's when or like all the server rules, and that's when I found out all like the horrible like offset rules that they had, like about the power abilities, and that if you get this, this is what pissed me off. In her server, she says
Mhm.
that you cannot have an altercation with Mint because you will automatically get killed. No
Yikes.
say about it, just you will automatically die. So,
What
I
can I
took my
say but
sauna and then I
yikes?
left.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. For context, yes, Cry and I are almost 10 years apart. I'm turning 27 on Monday. Oh, gods. I feel old. But, to run through chat real quick, Devil. Lozo said, yes, Devil Survivor was on the DS and got a remake on the 3DS, which I hope they do a collection port of multiple 3DS games at some point. Like, give me Strange Journey Redux and Soul Hackers. And then a question for you, Cry. So this is a game for a sec. I thought it was an RP session, which I guess it kind of was, at least from what I understood. So, it,
Yes, this was an RP session. This happened on Discord. I won't give the server name because I kind of left it and this happened like months ago. Um but it was treated like a very realistic RPG to a certain extent. Um you had XP stuff like that. It was treated like that to a certain extent. Um but basically what happened after that, after I left, and I left without a word. I just kind of left on a whim, and I get a message from my RP partner asking me why I left, and I was like, "Look, dude, like I didn't feel comfortable with this. The server was kind of dying, and I did not feel comfortable RPing with an individual who not only tried to make some not safe for work jokes of my character and her boyfriend, but also decided to do not safe for work stuff and where other minors can see, knowing that some people are minors." And he was like, "Oh, okay, that's understandable." Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That's
that's understandable. Yeah, Lozo just said. So, yeah.
that's what I meant. Like he understood. He was like, "Yeah, that's understandable. You don't have to explain everything." And I was like,
Okay.
"Yeah, it's really concerning." And then a couple hours later, I get a message from my friend again, except it wasn't my friend. It was actually Mint talking to me through my friend or my RP partner,
Okay.
basically saying like, "Okay, first off, the server's not dead and blah blah blah, like, I shouldn't have to do this. You know what, better yet, let me pull up the let me pull up the screenshots because I still have them."
Spill the
Because
spill the tea, all the tea. Let the tea fly
I
everywhere. Make sure that the matcha brews properly.
so for any viewer that listening, I have a YouTube channel, and on my YouTube channel I actually did cover this story. And my one of my best friends, Jawa, had covered this. He was my voice for Mint.
Okay.
So what happened was my friend had asked me like, "Hey, can I ask why you left?" I said, yeah. A, the server's kind of dead. B, I found it a little unfair how the entire server was about Mint's character, as some of those rules were not okay and a little bit unfair. I said Mint almost killed off Crystal without my permission, and I didn't consent to that, so it felt unfair, and I wasn't comfortable with the fact that there were minors in the server, and Mint, from what I also know, was also a minor. Big plot twist. And that they
Okay.
were performing Nazi for work in a public server where other minors can see. I said I know that there were some moments when Mint and not Mint, when Blank and Crystal had interacted that had some intense moments, but I never let it get that far because I did not feel comfortable. I said with Mint, I didn't like the fact that she kept making Nazi for work marks and Nazi for work joke towards me, even when I didn't consent to those type of jokes being put towards me in the first place. Even though I've already stated I'm in a relationship, so I left and I unfriended Mint because I did not feel comfortable. And they're like, "Oh, I see, and I'm sorry." So This is when I was actually in voice chat with some of our other friends, and I was like, not panicking, but I was kind of like telling them like, dude, like I left the server. It was pretty pissy. It was bad. It was really bad. So, couple about an hour later, I get a message from Mint. She says, "Hi, Mint speaking." She says, "For one, the server isn't dead. It's new." And you never once said bluntly, "Stop, you're making me uncomfortable," because some people are slow and don't pick up on hints well, like me. And without your permission isn't entirely true, because there was a rule against it. Even if the server wasn't based around my OC, she would still be overpowered and would still probably attack her because she was created that way. She says, "Also, you didn't need to unfriend me over that, because like I said, I didn't realize I was making you uncomfortable. You said you had a boyfriend. Scratch that. I actually had a girlfriend." Um, and she says, "And I have blank as a form of blank. I won't reveal what she said because I kind of blocked it out and I can't remember what she said, but it was something that really pissed me off that she decided to use like a mental illness against like her excuses for this. Um, and she says, "So controlling my not safe work remarks is hard when I don't know I'm making someone uncomfortable. You said you only had a boyfriend. You never acted like the remarks bothered you though, so I figured it was fine. If you had simply just said stop, I would have without arguing. So if you can turn me black, blah blah blah, glad to apologize." So I turn around, and not only was I like having trouble breathing because I was having an anxiety attack, I went off. I said, "I'm gonna have to decline on adding you back. I have made my decision. The server just isn't appealing when you have a character that overpowers everything in this school. That's not fun. Allowing her to do what she pleases when she pleases is not a good RP. I didn't find enjoying when you almost killed off my character without my consent. Even if it is a rule, you should have asked me if it was okay. Then I would have let it slide. But you allowed your character to come into our dorm room and use my abilities that you said yourself in the rules that I wasn't allowed to have, which didn't make any sense. And with the not safe for work remarks, don't you think like, hey, this individual seems pretty nice. Maybe I should lightly joke with them. That's not safe for work. Because I'm a minor, I don't appreciate it and I find it quite disgusting. I understand it may be a coping mechanism, but I never consented to those type of jokes. And there are moments that I never responded because I wasn't comfortable. And I have a girlfriend. Even with that, you should have respected my boundaries after I said it. I don't think I have to say stop after I admit that I'm in a relationship. It's just a respectable thing to do. I don't appreciate being texted through a mutual friend about the situation. I left the server for a reason and I friended you for a reason. Thank you for the apology, but I don't think it'll be necessary anymore. Goodbye." And so uh just for a little context,
Okay.
what I'm about to say is you even told me this yourself, Jerome, is that um when I get into situations I tend to handle them more, what is the word, professionally than
Generally,
anything.
yes, yes. Generally, you do.
And just for a little context for some of our viewers who are listening, I recently got into not a scandal but a situation with another individual, which I won't get into it, but I handled the situation very nicely. I apologized, and I said, "Look, I'd be happy to apologize to you again in private," but the individual was not so nice about it, and I was kind of freaking out because I didn't know how to react to that. So Jeronis was telling me that I actually wasn't in the wrong and that I handled the situation very nicely.
And from
Um,
what you're telling me of this, you handled the situation very well that you were dealing with given the circumstances as well. So, I mean,
yeah.
just wow.
I apologize if you hear my dog. She has the zoomies.
Yeah, well, my dog is sleeping on her favorite mat in my room when she isn't snuggling up here with me. She's like she's just yeah, yeah, dogs are adorable and derpy
Mochi
sometimes.
has the zoomies. She has the zoomies. It's
Okay.
really cute, but damn, she hurt me. Um, anyways, to continue this off, um, and oh, I just want to state for the record that I am a pansexual, non-binary, or a yeah, I guess you can say that, a non-binary that goes by she/they terms. Um, oh, Mochi. Um, so Min decided to text me after I sent that last message. I said, or she says, "I changed the rules right as you left. She is not allowed to do what she wants. The whole school is allowed powers, and it didn't take you saying I have a girlfriend as a reason to be safe for work. Because some people are polyamorous and don't like to admit it even when they are asked. She says, I know I should know one of my exes were, and I spoke to you through a friend because I didn't have any other way to talk to you. You never came to me about these issues. How am I supposed to know what I'm doing is bothering someone if it is never said? And the only reason you were attacked without consent is because I want the roleplay to be as realistic in the terms of events, even if that means the server isn't huge and grows slowly. Because in real life, if someone has anger issues and is stronger than me, and is clearly stronger, there is no way I would piss them off. If it's a school, there's bound to be bullies. She says, so you're telling me I'm not allowed a second chance because of issues I wasn't even aware were issues. That sounds like I wasn't even given a chance to correct my mistakes or even prevent them. If you had said something the first time, I would have never gone to this point. I only want a server where I can be myself. I didn't think it would cause people to hate me.
Ooh.
First of all, I hate when people gaslight me
Yeah, fair.
because I have a relative who did it a lot. I won't say who, but they
Fair.
did it a lot, and I won't stand for that anymore. I know when I'm being gaslit, and I know when it sets me off. So, Discord decided to put a limit on my characters, like for my letter characters on my message, because I was typing a lot. So I said, because I left doesn't mean you have to change everything in your server because of one individual. But maybe, if you're gonna put out a roleplay to the public, just try to make it fair. And I said I have a girlfriend. I said I was pansexual. I didn't claim I was polyamorous because I'm not. And I don't think I have to admit that. You cannot just assume that with everybody. And I think me leaving the server could mean something is wrong. And if I unfriend you because of something maybe, you should have taken it upon yourself to think instead of contact me through a friend. Yes, I understand that was my fault and I should have expressed my concerns about that. Occurring? Wait, hold on, I lost myself. But it's still common knowledge to, I don't know, try making friends using safer work jokes instead of right off the bat going towards not safer work jokes. I have friends who I've been friends with for quite a while and I know where my boundaries are, along with the consent thing. Have you ever joined a proper roleplay? Because in the majority of the ones that I've been, you always ask for consent if it is okay to kill off a character. And you trying to kill Crystal after one altercation that wasn't even supposed to be an altercation. Crystal was grumpy after not getting any sleep. So I don't feel comfortable giving you a second chance because I've already expressed my concerns and I said I wasn't comfortable. You're allowed to have a server where you can be yourself. I didn't say you couldn't. Just be fair. Because people like me who haven't RP'd in quite a while, it comes across seems to be a nice RP server and wanted to get back into the hobby. They don't want to deal with a character that likes to butt into other conversations when in the middle of an already taken place conversation that is happening with their roommates, for example, or their character's boyfriend. And I have never once stated that I hated you. I just expressed that I was highly uncomfortable right now. I am now done with this conversation. Goodbye. Um, yeah.
Well, I mean, still, that
I
is
have
way more
I was
professional
in a
and more.
conversation with Mint.
Right,
And
right. That's way more professional and
it was
also,
pretty bad.
yeah,
Not gonna lie, it was pretty bad.
as I said, that's way more professional and also way more detailed than most people would be. I would have been that detailed, but I would not have been that professional, and I'm old. So, so that says something. You are definitely wise beyond your years, and you know my
Oh no,
issues
yeah,
with
that was it
gaslighting,
was
and
a horrible
so,
experience. And
so
actually,
like
her
I get it.
character, the reason why I remember this was because I was looking in one of our other servers, that we were in, and I typed in the name or I typed in the search bar to look for the game thing, and one of the things that came up was her actual Discord name,
What?
um, and her video,
Ah?
and yeah, it's literally just like a Luca recolor from Vocaloid.
Wait. So,
Oh,
so,
oh, I found it.
so, hold on.
uh,
So
so
what do you mean
when this
by
was
her
happening,
So what do you mean by her?
I wrote a message in the server we were
Hang on.
and I said, yeah, so she's very OP and tries to kill my character without my permission
Hang
and
on.
still threatens me. Anywho, my RP boyfriend takes me to the hospital and they put me into a medically induced coma. Well, what happens is after this altercation, she had a really bad case of PTSD and that caused her to have really bad night terrors. Well, my RP boyfriend suggested that they move dorms and she agrees. When they get back to the dorms, Crystal walks in visibly upset and badly hurt and starts packing her things. And albino, or not albino, oops, I kind of just name dropped her right now. Mint is kind of making sparky comments and calling her a scary cat, and I replied with a scaredy cat, and I said if I can't stay with him, I'll sleep outside like the dog I am. And eventually starts making more comments and called me some not appropriate words in the end.
Wow. Okay. Um, let's back up for a sec. So you said her video was a Luca recolor, or what was it, what part was a Luca recolor?
Ooh, and she also made some really concerning comments about one of our friends' Sona characters.
Okay, all right, got it. So what part of you said the
And it turns
part?
out that she was like a, not only was she a Luca recolor from Vocaloid, but she was an off-brand version of Tokyo Ghoul.
So like she was trying to mash up Luca with a Tokyo Ghoul character and then recolor scheming Luca. That's what's going on? I'm a bit slow. Sorry. You still there, Cry? Hang on.
Oh, who is typing in general?
I'm typing in 17
Oh,
plus right now to try to. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Cry? Hello, Cry?
Hey, don't know why my headphones were connected. My
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
no, I cannot. I don't know if it's me or it's you, but I can't hear anything.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay, there we go. So so you're saying she was mashing up a recolor of Luca with the Tokyo Ghoul character? Is that what? Is that
it Luca?
okay?
I think it's Luca. I'm not completely sure.
Okay. Luca is the one that normally has long pink hair and a hairband over the top of her head that doubles as her headphones.
Let me.
Because if it's not
Yes,
okay, all right,
because Nebula told me that it was her.
okay, all right.
Yeah, she was a Tokyo Ghoul Luca Vocaloid recolor. Like the way that she decided to recolor her was like she basically took the color palette of any Tokyo Ghoul character that was white, like not even like not the ethnicity white, literally the color white and black, and ran with it.
Okay, gotcha. All I have to say is, I have no problem with people reskinning or changing the ethnicity of a Vocaloid if it's someone that's Japanese or white going to black. It's when the Vocaloid characters of color like Dex or Bruno or I'm trying to think of one other off the top of my head. CU was more noticeably Asian. So, yeah, just Vocaloid characters of color being reskinned as uber white, it really unsettles me. It's like,
That's understandable.
yeah. So what I'm doing right now is I'm double checking my skill list. I have currently at level 21 for me, Secunda, and that will help me lower his evasion and hit rate. Sukukaja to raise ours. Rakunda to lower defense. I've got Sukakaja again on Jack-O-Lantern, and on Fornius. Fornius has a skill that raises the encounter rate until the new Kagatsuchi. That's interesting. I'm not going to use it though, because I'm gonna try to go beat Matador. Ha 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 ha, like an idiot. Let's go ahead and Amala link to the great underpass of Giza. Yes. Alright, so, on the, what I've been doing, my 7th album is up on Bandcamp. I'm still working on negotiating terms for my, release on the other platforms. TuneCore got after me about my lyrics again. I don't format them right. Like, it doesn't matter what the lyrics are. I just don't type the format right, and I keep forgetting. So I'm gonna have to spend, like, 8 hours someday to just go in and fix that before the official release date, which is going to be a month from yesterday. But...
Wow.
But, that's 99 songs, original songs, that I've released in the last year. And I put a poll up on my Twitter to see what people wanted for the 100th song. Currently, it's in a race for a tie, me writing a new love song for Nebula, because my last one was kind of cheesy and was part of a project, so I wanted it to be artsy, so I overdid it. So it wasn't a good love song, but it was, yeah, like, I like it, but I don't think anyone else did. But it's either that or a pun on the number 100. Or a series of those. So, I haven't decided yet. Handed over the 1,000 yen bill. Anyway.
Oh, can I just say, like, can I just brag for a minute?
Yeah.
Can I tell you how honestly so happy that you produced those those covers of Memories and Dreams? Like, that actually makes me so happy. I'm not lying. Like, that makes me so happy. It's gone to a point that I will literally just repeat them. And I think I downloaded one of them, and I had it on repeat for like a whole hour because it sounded so good.
Like which one did you download? Do you know? Was it Ancient Era? Was it the Ancient remix, the Primordial remix, or the Evil remix?
The Primordial, whatever.
Primordial, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what about it did you like the most?
Everything. Okay, so the first one that you sent me, which one was that one? Let me
I think I sent you the first draft, the second draft, and the final draft, because I wrote those remixes over the course of 3 days.
So when you sent me them the first time, like before, like the pre-arrangements, or not, let me rephrase that. When you were asking about the soundscape, the first ones you sent me were the Ancient, then Evil Magic, and then Primadorum. And when I listened to the Ancient one, what it reminded me of, because I think you told me this, that you kind of were like, you had that little, like, that ancient feeling, like what is the word? First thing that came to my mind was Renaissance. Or like the Renaissance fair. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Okay. Gotcha.
And that's what I kind of thought when I listened to the three of them, and that's kind of how they sound, and I love the thought of that. The Ancient one has like that good kind of flow feeling to it, and I really love that because it can be used for more softer scenes. And then the Evil Magic, oh my gosh, that got me so excited because I know that I can use that for like when our scenes get really intense. Like for example, like our upcoming chapter one, part one coming very soon. Um, once I finish the prologue because I'm procrastinating. Um, and then like the prima doral, like it just has that good. I don't know what made me love that one so much because it sounded like actual heaven to me. Like I couldn't stop listening to it. I was so happy and so excited
Okay,
because
so
it sounded so like not sweet, but it sounded like something that like I don't know how to explain it.
okay. So let me explain to you how soundscapes work, right? So what a soundscape is it's a virtual instrument that is keyed to pitches, right?
Hmm.
Except those pitches are altered and combined with pre-existing either additional synthesis or a percussion instrument in the case of the ancient and primordial. So what I did was I merged all of the tracks. So like where the guitar is, where the drums were gonna be, where like I merged everything into one track. And
I
and then
love it
I
though.
ran it through the soundscape. So it's a perfect mirror of the original arrangement that I based off of in the soundscape, but then there's the string quintet underneath all of it, and then the slight alterations on the original version, like as the top layer with the guitar and the bass and everything. So I'm like all of them are basically the same arrangement with just slightly different mixing, and
Yeah.
and all I changed was the mixing and the soundscape. Those are the only differences between the three.
Well,
And I'm glad you like the Primordial Magic one because that and the Ancient Era one are my two favorites to use. And
and you know what I was thinking? I'm sorry for interrupting you, but you know what I was thinking?
mm-hmm.
Like we can use like the prima doral uh for certain scenes with Larry and our unnamed individual who hasn't been revealed yet. Um because in our story, the reason why we say that it's changing is because there has been an added character to the story who we won't name, but that's who whose father is played by Geronis. That is you play their father. That's all I will say.
Yeah, yeah.
um, and this individual, um, is in a canon relationship with Larry Johnson, who is one of the main characters of Sally Face. And that's kind of like the whole thing about the story is that not only does she go through different things about the story with the gang, but she also has to deal with like her love life with Larry. And just thinking about what we can use like for Prima Doral makes me so like excited and happy because I have way too many ideas that I've been writing down.
And here's the thing: if you slow it down a bit without changing the pitch, which I mean, I haven't deleted the project file, so if you ever want me to do a slowed down version of it, I can just try to remix and remaster it slower for you.
Please,
And
writing song.
yeah, like I can try that for you. I don't know if it'll work out as good as the original tempo, but I can try.
I
Um,
can see because I like you asked me. I do all my editing in Audacity because I don't have anything better than that.
okay.
So I can see once we get to that. But oh, I did go with that idea that you had suggested or that we kind of came across, um, of having Kelly be related to Kenneth.
Okay.
Um, so I did run with that, meaning that our unnamed individual and Travis Phelps are cousins, that they're related. So that's gonna be an interesting interaction when it comes down to it.
Okay. I mean, hey, that's actually a good change in order to tie it back in. Um, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and
It's just the only thing that I had like trouble with was like trying to figure out her. canon ethnicity because it's said to be canon. I'm not completely sure. Don't quote me on this. That Travis Phelps is canonly like mixed racial. That he's like I think part white and part in like not of Native American. Um, I don't know. That's what people are saying. I haven't really done my research on that, but it's he is darker than an average individual. Um, so I kind of made our unnamed individual a little bit darker around like my skin tone, just a little bit darker than Larry, but not too dark. She's still a little bit pale.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out what ethnicity her dad would be. I haven't quite figured that out yet either. But what I did figure out is after Larry meets his fate, this is not a spoiler thing. This happens in the game itself. When Larry meets his end, it's very tragic. It's very sad. Um, but what I decided was that our unnamed individual, because at the time of this, there is a very drastic change between the two of them. Um, let's just say that things get a little bit further than we thought. But what makes it hard about this is because I actually wrote notes down not that long ago, like yesterday,
Okay.
about this.
Yeah.
That after he passes, that she starts going through like hallucinations after his death. Like it's really sad. And then one of the other ones is that she gets like night terrors or nightmares after his death, and I was like, I really don't want to write that, but I'm gonna have to because it sounds like the way of coping, and I don't want to miswrite anything for her character development.
Okay. All right. Um. So, for context, I am going to be playing a character that is effectively a teen dad, except older. Like the
He's like in his 20s. That's what I can say.
yeah,
Wait,
like
no. Wait, because she's
20.
randomly in the story. She's like 16, 15, 16.
Yeah.
I have to
So
check how old Larry is during that time frame.
like teen dad all grown up. Like
So late 20s, around 29, 30.
yeah. So like really close to my real age, just a little bit older, and doing
The irony is real.
the irony is real. Yes. Here we go.
um yeah, I still need to draw his character design. I still haven't done that yet. I need to.
Okay. Then I need
I
to raise evasion and hit rate again. You were gonna say something?
I can't remember if I wrote you into the prologue, because if I did, I'm gonna have to ask you to record those lines before you do.
If you do, let me know. I will record those lines literally as soon as I know.
No, you aren't. You are referenced, or the character is referenced in there, but no, he doesn't have any lines yet. I don't think
Okay.
he'll have lines until like maybe chapter. No, maybe around chapter 1, part 3.
Okay.
Because I'm looking through the script right now because I need to make sure.
Okay. Then try Maragi. Okay, there we go. Feral Bite. Let's see. Then just a little bit of. Let's see, he uses Mazan, so probably strong against force. So just a basic attack here. And then Yeah, okay, I'm gonna tell this to the boss right now. That's what all bosses say when they're starting to be put on the ropes.
That's true.
Mazan. Okay. At this point, Media. Then, go ahead and Sukakaja. Just in case. Okay. Then, basic attack. Feral Bite. Okay. Secunda. So what you laughing at?
I should be working right now, but I was scrolling on TikTok. And it's this little robot thing, right? And I guess they work in a restaurant or something, and it has this little voice thing, and it's like, oh, like I'd be so happy to work with you in this wonderful journey together. And he's like holding a plate of food in the next scene, right? And literally, I don't know, you hear, "Get out of the way, please." But it's so, what is the word? Aggressive.
Okay.
It's so aggressive. Just get out of the way, please.
Okay.
Oh, I probably should be looking for that Cards Against Humanity game that I was talking about earlier. I got distracted.
Probably a good idea. Feral Bite. There we go! I finally defeated the Matador! For the first time in my life, I have defeated the Matador! Huh.
Yay!
Yay! Okay. Is this...
Wait,
okay.
okay. Have
Yes.
you heard of that game, Lollipop Chainsaw?
I have heard of the game. I have seen clips of the game on Outside Xbox in some of their top 8, 10 lists. I don't know. Okay, so...
Well, I ended up playing that game at like a really young age, which that's not a brag. I probably shouldn't have gotten that game, because it's extremely violent. But one of the end bosses you have to fight is like this Elvis zombie or something. He's like huge. And let me tell you, Dronis, it took me like 3 weeks. 3 weeks to defeat him because I kept dying.
Okay, so, I literally just checked my phone.
What's up?
Hang on. Nebula has been tweeting, like, a lot since I started streaming, and I haven't retweeted a single thing. Yikes. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this real quick. And now my phone is disconnected. Sad face. Okay. I'll just deal with that after stream. So those holding menorahs did attract each other.
I, for the life of me, cannot find that link. What is this? Oh. Oh, I forgot I was gonna do this challenge and I never did. I have like a whole list of Animal Crossing characters that I was gonna draw, but I never did. I got like one done, but I never finished it.
Okay. Gotcha. So one of the people who is responsible for this character being turned into a demon when the world ended so that he could survive just asked the main character to backtrack to the nearest terminal. So that's what I'm doing right now. Open the gate. Yep.
Danger.
Yeah. I think I might actually be in danger though, cause okay. Put it to you this way: one of the elements of this game that I had spoiled for me from the person who was playing this game when I was younger, and they wanted to traumatize me by having me fight the Matador.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So one of the things that they told me was that both the old lady, the young lady, both the old lady and the young lady were the same person, and the little kid and the old man were the same person, and the little kid and the old man are Lucifer in disguise. So,
Wow.
and it was the old lady that just asked me to show up to talk to them about something. So I don't know what this is gonna be, but we'll see. Okay. Okay. The Labyrinth of Amala.
Oh.
Okay.
I
Something
found
else.
an old picture. I found an old picture with the chats that we were in, that I'm working on as like a not a dedicated piece, but like a really cute piece of all of our friends. And I sent a picture of a little Fagos that I drew, and he came out so cute.
Hmm? Okay, so yeah. Looks like it is cutscene time.
I'm there for nothing.
So there's a chorus of applause coming from the demons in the wings. Hmm.
I see you've recovered the menorah from that fiend. I knew that I could count on you, even if the world changed. I believed you would one day learn to
Man, it
wield
has been a
yourself
really
as a
long time since
master
we
again.
played cards because I can't find that link.
Here is what my master has to say. It involves the menorah you acquired. For
Oh.
one, it was part of his prized collection. As for its deeper nature, the menorahs are flames of life which control the flow of Magatsuki within the labyrinth of Amala. However, they were stolen by terrible fiends. You see, the menorahs grant their possessors unfettered access to the labyrinth of Amala. But that privilege is not intended for just anyone. This place is strictly forbidden to all but those whom my master has permitted entry. That is why we would like to ask of you a favor.
So literally the only reason you wanted this character to survive by turning this character into a fiend was to gather up things that got stolen before the world ended. For you. Oh, crying out
Is
loud.
it possible for you to retrieve the menorah
Called
from
it.
the flames that guard
Called
the
it.
doors of the labyrinth? And upon doing so, would you return them home? That is my master's request, to recover the 11 menorahs. If you are willing to accept the task, then you will be allowed to enter the labyrinth of Amala. I believe that is a fair offer, but it is up to you to decide. Will you do it for my master's sake?
I'll do it.
Thank you.
retrieve a menorah, please place it on the pedestal of the corresponding floor in the labyrinth.
I will reward you as
Okay.
you return them to their rightful places. If you hold your menorah to the spinning drum of Amala, the device referred to as a terminal in Tokyo, you will be able
Let's
to
see what
enter and
like this
leave
is.
here freely. Please be careful. I wish you the best.
Podcast.com. Oh, okay.
So, were you planning this stream for tomorrow or the day after?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm
Okay.
I'm thinking about it.
See if our chosen queen will emerge victorious. If he is the one you have been waiting for.
Okay, so the labyrinth is now open. There's a shaft leading downward. Not yet. This hole is blocked. Okay. So these exclamation points are things that need to be opened. And this is a set of stairs downwards. Okay. Okay. Labyrinth of Amala, the first Kalpa. Okay. Examine. There's a huge pedestal. Will you light the menorah of foundations? Yes. You lit the menorah of foundations. The menorah has been lit. Okay.
Oh, okay. I think I figured it out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll use pretend you're Zizzy. It's basically a clone.
Okay.
So we are probably gonna have to label. I don't know if we're gonna do like an actual stream because Cards Against Humanity is kind of 18 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm not 18, so I'm breaking the rules.
Fair.
It has some adult humor in it. But what I wanted to do was I did want to record it, so I can see if people are free tomorrow. If not, we'll probably schedule it another time.
Okay.
But I can make a server for it. Not a server, but like a thing on the website for us to
Okay.
play in.
There is no place in the labyrinth where you can rest.
Let me go ahead and ask.
Okay. Okay, so this labyrinth is basically a giant death trap. I'm gonna go ahead and head back because I don't want to die.
You know what? What we can do is I can record it and have it as like a pre-save. Just in case, because I don't know if I'll have time to do anything really.
I mean, if we do it, it'll give you something to put on your channel that's not. Hang on. That's not strictly speaking, like, if you need to, like. Okay, you know what I'm saying. If you need to pad out your content a bit. Like, if you need to
Yeah.
spread it out for a little bit. You obtain.
Gives us a break from work.
Labyrinth of Amala, back to the entrance. So as I collect the others, these doors will unlock, I'm guessing. Or I might have to defeat the first floor of the labyrinth for the second one. That's going to be... Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and look inside real quick.
What seems to be the matter? My master is resting. I want you to know that I'm always thinking about you. Though the queens possess strength beyond compare, I have total confidence in you. Truly. I know that they'll return
Oof, I
home
am
when
being
their
pinged
peaceful
somewhere, and
life
I'm not
behind.
going.
You getting summoned into a different server?
I think I was just pinged for something. Oh, it was an RP ping.
Oh, okay. Alright, so...
I don't even know why I'm in those servers anymore. I'm not even active.
Okay. Now, from
I'm
here,
not like active in half of the servers that I'm in.
I need to head back to the Great Underpass of Giza. Of Ginza, yes. Great Underpass of Ginza. Actually, I probably should have gone to Shibuya, actually. Because quicker access to the healing font there than at Ginza. Fewer steps. Takes less time. I could have literally just turned right and walked right to it, couldn't I have? Derp. Okay. Heal the entire party. Now from here... Now go back to the Great Underpass of Ginza. And... Okay. Alright. Let's see. I probably should save, shouldn't I? Yeah.
Probably.
I spent 12 minutes dealing with Taffy's asking what we're up to. Just hanging out. I'm playing Nocturne. Okay.
I am working on homework. That's not a lie. I'm actually working on homework because I completely forgot it was due.
It happens. It happens. I mean, I finished that project for last week,
Alright.
and it drove me up a wall. I got a 99.5. He docked points because I turned in two different versions. One where I had quickly, hastily submitted it, and the other where it was like, oh crap, I missed something. So the whole perfection is king kind of thing. Yeah. art professors are a nut and a half. Like, they are crazy. Like my music instructors have all been good, kind, caring people who have given me constructive criticism through and through. But whenever I have an art adjacent class that isn't like directly related to music, the professors have all been total jerks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then
You know what? I'm gonna skip this question because this question is hard.
it happens. Like sometimes.
Hey, is it okay if Taffy joins in?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just let her know I'm still streaming, or let them know. Is Taffy a them?
They're he. They
They're-
label themselves as he, him.
They are a he. He is a he. Okay.
He is a he.
Yes, it is okay if he joins.
I'm an abomination. Let's just say that I didn't see it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I am streaming. I am streaming if you don't mind being heard. By all means, comma, please do.
Oh, so the reason why I kind of made this part of the server only accessible to only 17 plus, is because I kind of came up with an idea that is a little bit on the line of whether or not I should draw it or not.
I mean, all good art pushes boundaries, but
it's not like not safe for work, or it doesn't have that kind of stuff.
yeah.
It's a little on the line. Like it has hickeys involved in it, but I'm like, I don't know if I should just include that or I should just make it really fluffy and really cute. Because that's what I'm kind of going for, because I really want to draw some ship art between our unnamed character and Larry. I really wanted to, and I haven't done that yet.
I mean, it's Euro C, so I have no problems with it.
Yeah, but you know how some of our friends are. They're like, oh, you can't draw that because you're baby, you're tiny.
Fair.
You came in a child.
So who recently has had that to say?
What do you mean? Just in general?
I mean, you literally just turned 17. How long ago?
Like a month ago.
Exactly. Like you're.
They still treat me like a baby. They all do.
Well, okay. Put it in perspective. I'm one of the youngest in my Wednesday D&D group, right? I get treated like the kid. And that's fair. I'm playing a derpy dog. I'm playing a wild hunt shifter that loves back scratches and belly rubs and shifts into a full furry. So as I said, I'm the youngling. I'm the kid. I'm the party's designated innocent youth who also happens to be a fully educated archaeologist and an Indiana Jones ripoff, except as a dog and a derp. Hey Taffy,
Hi.
how are you, dude?
Doing okay.
Hey. All right.
I tried to make snake boil earlier, I added a gator tail, and then it just went into other territories, and it became a dragon.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to retry, but now apparently there's a dragon on my paper.
Okay. So, hang on. So the next. So I will not get another new Magatama until looks like 1, 2. There are 3 boss fights, 4 boss fights, and then there's Asakusa Junk Shop. Okay. Okay. So we're eventually gonna make it to the Asakusa part of Tokyo. Yeah.
My hand hurts.
Okay.
Well, how
So-
much have you been writing?
I mean, do you,
Lines.
hey Taffy, do you want to see the game I'm playing? I will warn you, there are a few frame
Sure.
skips every now and then, because my computer is trying to do double duty. Hang on.
I'm just gonna be doodling.
Okay. Then make sure https://. There you go. Let's see. So, force damage. These little elephant trunk fur balls absorb that. So, heat wave. Let's go ahead and. So, how you been, Taffy, in general?
Okay, I guess just been going through the usual stuff.
Fair. Maragi. Let's see how they handle fire.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, I was surprised that you joined my server
Why?
because like not a lot of people join my things. I'm gonna be completely honest. I had to like post a bunch of links everywhere to get people to join.
I noticed you were posting some stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, I got 2 things done I got some things done this past month. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I'm subscribed to your channel actually,
Aw. Oh, thank
because
you.
I went and found it.
Oh, it's a link in my Discord.
Well, I went out of my way to actually look for it like a while back and followed you. Because you said something about that stuff you were gonna make at one point,
yeah, I'm.
and I was
Still
just
working
keeping
on
an
that.
eye on it. But hey, I stay subscribed to your stuff in general because I have you on YouTube and then also
I know I
Twitter.
follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, I recently deleted my adult Twitter page because, I don't use it very much.
Understandable. I know. I was telling our other friends also the day that the day that I turn 18, it's all over for you guys.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. The willpower that I will have.
I am gonna say that, aside from that, I really just haven't been posting on my stuff in general that much.
I mean,
I've only recently started getting back into the swing of doing things, let alone drawing, because I was out of commission for a while too.
I mean that's fair. Like I like I've told you my problems with how everything's happened before. Like, actually, no, I've told Cry. I haven't told you. So, so when
Well, it depends on which problems you're talking about, because you talked
YouTube.
about some of them.
Okay, YouTube specifically.
Okay.
I started my channel back in 2014. You've seen how low my subscriber count is, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
YouTube subscriber count still below 200. YouTube/C/Jeronis Leroy, by the way, if you want to check me out on YouTube. I'm also simul streaming there, so. Anywho,
Yeah.
back to what I was.
That's simple. That's simple. Cut in. Just.
Yeah. Yeah, that shameless self plug on my own content. Alright, so. Basically, I started out singing cover songs out of the lobby of one of the local McDonald's.
Yeah.
None of the content is still on this channel for Disney reasons. Like, literally Disney songs. And literally, almost as soon as I started getting my channel back up and running, Disney decided to then finally strike my content. After all these years.
That happens.
Anywho, when I moved to Olney, I stopped making content. So, of course, no subscriber growth for several years. That kind of hurts things, yeah? So from there, I'm trying to think how to phrase this. After I left Olney is when the brain fog happened, and that was after the literal Nazis attacked. So, I mean, I was not in a good headspace to make content, let alone interact for a very long time. In the middle of that is when I wrote and released my first single. But beyond that happening, I really didn't make content again until about right before a year before I fully came out of the brain fog. So I was singing covers on Smule. If you've ever seen that app, it's like a karaoke singing app thing where you can collab with other people using it. Occasionally celebrities will sing one of their own songs and you can sing a duet with them. And then I did reaction content for a while, and then I stopped, and then I started streaming games, and then I have had to take various hiatuses throughout the course of the time that I've been living here. But after I started making music again and started releasing music, I realized, you know what, if I'm gonna have a public outreach of any kind, ever... Okay. I'm gonna have to go back and look at what that ghost just said one more time real quick. Make sure I retained it. But yeah, as soon as I realized I needed to have some kind of public outreach, I thought, you know what, might as well go back to gaming again. So I've been doing that. But, to your point, Taffy, sometimes we have to take what breaks we need in order to ensure that our own mental health and stability stays intact. So.
What's that
Well,
like?
what I meant by me being out of commission, it's more along the lines of not necessarily me being demotivated entirely because, oh, I don't have this or that. No, it's more so I've just been going through stuff in my personal life as it is, and then I have a tendency to shut down for a while, depending on how my mental place goes.
Oh, yeah. It was never lack of motivation that kept me from doing my channel. Literally everything that has kept me from running my YouTube channel and running my Twitch and making music is all personal crap. Even in the fog, everything was personal crap. And it was all tied... Like, I shut down every single time anything bad happened while I was in the fog. Anything bad, regardless of how actually traumatizing it was or not. Um, but lately, it seems to only be when my parents, like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate that they're letting me live rent free, but I am basically working for them full time whenever they're here and not getting paid for it, so there's also that. Um, I've had I've had I've had no end of actual like rest. Like I have enjoyed them not being around because I can focus on other stuff and the things I actually want to do, and I've been able to stay calm enough that even though I've been a little depressed all week and suffering some looks like Spud just hopped into your server. Anyway,
Yeah, because I messaged them right now.
but yeah, like it seems that I've been able to better manage my depression and how that like it's not hindering me as much since they're not here. So okay. So this ghost said, "Are you heading to Ikebukuro?" Yes. Ikebukuro is right there after you get after this hallway, but there hasn't been a single being that's escaped the Mantra's clutches once they've been caught. Gozu Tenno is no pushover, you better be careful. Okay then. You were gonna say?
But yeah, no, I understand what you're talking about, but like I said, it's just I've been dealing like personal stuff, and then on top of it, it's just one of those moments where I just like completely shut down for a while because I don't want to talk to anybody. I just don't want to do anything and just focus on certain things because it's like I just can't.
Yeah.
And then
And
there's other times like where I have had demotivation for multiple reasons, but there's just it just depends, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know I don't have very much of a following or anything like that either, but at the same time, I've come to the conclusion that I really think that a lot of people aren't seeing my stuff
That's
yeah.
kind of how I
because
feel too. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that way too.
like it feels like because here's the thing, only certain people are actually looking at my stuff. For example, like on my Twitter, for example, let's just use that, okay?
Okay.
My Twitter, I have like over like 50 people on there, and I'm not saying that's a ton, but most of it's like friends and stuff, and majority of the people on there, I guess, are not seeing the stuff I post. I think there's something wrong with the algorithm
Yeah.
or notification system.
Okay. So you said you have 50 followers on Twitter?
About 50.
Okay.
He's doing what he's doing. They're probably doing what you're thinking of, because they did the same thing. They don't know how to speak.
Okay. What I was going to say was, um,
I know I had a similar issue on my original uh TikTok where I think my TikTok was shadow banned.
oof. Um,
I don't know why, but I had over like 2,000, almost 3,000,
interesting. So
where I should have had been getting a lot more views, but like
yeah.
it seemed like I wasn't getting like at all an outreach on that either.
That's kind of how I am too. Like I have 71 followers on Twitter, but nobody sees my tweets or nobody likes them either. That makes me kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, what I
Even though I
Oh
post
yeah,
like
no,
stupid stuff.
it does make you a little bit sad sometimes because it's like, are my friends not seeing my stuff? What?
yeah.
But it's like the only time that I ever get likes is that if I post artwork. That's pretty much it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I'm always posting artwork. The only time I ever get any likes or retweets is when I directly post something that's usually for someone else, or if it's Casey who's liking the posts.
I was gonna say.
She's the only person who clicks on them.
See, I was gonna say I have a little over 700 followers on Twitter, and I have the same problem. So it's not necessarily the algorithm is shorting you. It's probably just people just aren't seeing it. It's showing up lower in their feeds because they've probably got verified accounts that they follow, and those wind up closer to the top. Then, like, here's how it usually goes, right? So it's verified accounts, accounts that you've interacted with more, then by subscriber count, that's sorted. Jumping down to the next category, if I'm remembering correctly, it's the ones you interact with the least. And usually by that time, there are new tweets from the individuals further up on the list, and that little bubble appears at the top. So it's probably not that the algorithm's busted. It's probably that the algorithm's just doing what it's supposed to, and it's not taking into consideration that smaller Twitter users actually are trying to use Twitter for something good. Does that make any
I don't
sense?
know. I just was wondering if it was like a similar issue that I was having on my one TikTok account, because I know for a fact that the one TikTok account had to be shadow banned because it was getting like pretty much almost zero views on like most of the videos when I had almost 3,000. Can when normally when people were seeing the videos, I would get a whole bunch in one sitting.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. I don't think my account was ever shadow banned. I think it's just the majority of people that followed me weren't being active. Because until I started uploading more recently, like these past year, I've been hitting around
Yeah.
between like 330 to 400 views, and between like 80 to 100 likes for each video. And plus, all of my following on TikTok is gotcha kids, so
How fair.
Yeah. I had to restart my well, not restart. I had to make a secondary account on TikTok because I was tired of my stuff not being seen, one, and two, I was tired of dealing with not okay people. Because I was seeing a lot of stuff I didn't want to see, and then there was the fact that there was a group I was in that was causing problems, and that I am not friends with those people anymore. And then it was just like a mess of just, I didn't want to be around any of that. I had to take a break actually from TikTok for a really long time before I decided to make another account because of that crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Although I'm
that
not
sucks, man.
upset or anything right now if I sound like it. I'm just a little tired.
That's fair, man. Like it some like life is a lot, and social media is a nightmare.
Oh yeah. I don't use I don't use DeviantArt anymore either. Ever since they had that update, it's just really hard to navigate.
Well, I haven't used DeviantArt since, like, to be fair, since
It's been years.
uh well, for me, okay, I don't know how to describe it exactly. Um
Hmm.
there was an event that happened, not like an event, but like an occurrence, something happened. Um
Incident.
an incident where for about a week all that the Vocaloid fans were seeing on their feeds
Mm-hmm.
were lewds of Kagamine Len.
The heck?
Do you know who Kagamine Len is? The little blonde-haired kid Vocaloid
Yeah.
has a twin that's
Yeah, I know.
blonde hair.
Twin brother.
Like no, Len's the dude. Len is the one that got looted. Rin is the sister. And it I hadn't used DeviantArt in a very long time, but when I went to go check, sure enough, that cropped up, and I was like, no. I'm gonna talk to my MMD artists that I'm friends with and ask, hey, do you mind trying to move your MMD models to a different site, because this is getting ridiculous. And it wasn't just me it was happening to. Like, some big names actually saw this crap and was like, no, we're not touching DeviantArt again. Because apparently it had happened before and just hadn't been dealt with. Like, okay, so Crusher, Circus, Lupin, and I think it was Mist all said that DeviantArt was doing that on their feeds as well. And they're kind of big names in the community. Lupin voiced a voice bank. Crusher wrote a good chunk of the ooh, another ghost. Sorry. Before I talk to that, wrote a good chunk of the popular English songs that have been out, and so it's Circus. So it's like the Western fan base kind of got really, really creeped out with DeviantArt because of it, and I haven't even typed in DeviantArt into a search engine since, to be frank. Like, if someone sent me their work, I'd look at it, but other than that, yeah, no. Hold on. If you travel north from here, you'll reach Ikebukuro. All the mantra demons are there. Go in peace.
I
Thank
don't know
you, Mr.
why
Ghost.
that I'm low-key not surprised.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. All of the worst, most NSFW songs from the Japanese side of the production industry have always had Len. I mean, except for the song Gay Sex. That was Oliver, who is basically Len with an eye patch. And that was an English song. So yeah, that yeah, no. Like, the fandom has its issues. Full stop,
Yeah.
acknowledged. The fandom has issues. Hang on. Hey, you. Hey, you. How come I've never seen you before? You come to Ikebukuro knowing it's the home of Mantra? You bet I did. Cocky little bastard, ain't we? Huh, well, you're in for a real rude awakening. Admit it takes guts stepping up to us, but if it turns out you're too weak, we'll rip those guts right out of you. Okay. Hello, Oni. Let's go ahead
Why
and
do
heatwave
these
this.
look like all the Persona models?
It's because this is a prequel game to the entire Persona franchise.
Huh.
This is taking place in the world after the world was destroyed and shadows, more or less, were given physical form and allowed to roam on their own. If you really want to know the in-depth connections between this game and Persona, I can actually go into it for you.
No.
Because, like, it gets complicated.
I'm not trying to be mean, but I feel like that's gonna be a lot for my brain to handle right now.
It only has
Nah, you're fine.
It only has one set of collapsing timelines. I'm not going into the entire franchise's history. That's a nightmare.
Just,
I'm not touching it.
Please don't.
Okay. So, once upon a time, a kid...
You're gonna tell me anyways.
Sorry, Taffy. Once upon a time, there's this kid. This kid gets really ticked off at his teacher and summons a demon to punish her in the same way that she abused him. Then the demon, after thoroughly ravaging this poor teacher, decided to take over the world and kidnapped the person who summoned him's girlfriend. That's the first game. From there, all you need to know is if he made a certain decision, a certain game series happens. If he made a different decision, the game series I'm currently in starts to happen. The first game in this series is basically a retelling of the events of the second game in the other series, except time shifted back about 3 months. The second game in this series takes place hundreds of years later. God has descended upon the earth and is ruling like a tyrant, and you have to kill him. Right? Now,
Who is that?
who is that? Nope.
I heard somebody else talking.
So did I.
Did y'all forget that I was still here?
Oh, hi, Cry.
No.
No. There was
No.
another
I
voice in the
heard
background.
another voice.
Me too. Anywho, back to what I was saying.
Is somebody with you?
No.
I live alone. Well, that's not true. I don't live alone. I live with my parents, but no. Nobody's
Why
around.
did it sound like a guy walked in and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Kind of basically.
Oh, wait, never mind. It's this freaking soundtrack. Okay. We'll...
I turned off the sound on your Twitch stream.
Okay. So it wasn't
I
that.
don't know.
Okay.
That's why I was like very confused. Like, who the heck was that?
Okay, anyway, back to the story. So,
We're just having multiple people having auditory hallucinations here.
anywho, back to what I was saying. So, yes. The second game, hundreds of years later, God took over and is ruling like a tyrant. Right? You have to kill him. Depending on what you decide after you kill him, you either dissipate into atoms, or you become a demon and start hunting him down. Now, if you decide to hunt him down, the world resets to a state prior to the events of the first game. If you make the other choice, however, two things happen. One, this world is created, but it is slightly different in that a group of high school kids find the old blueprints for the summoning program and bring it back online so they can summon demons, and one of them becomes God since God is dead. And yeah.
Ascension.
Right. So, in the timeline where that happens, Persona winds up happening, because the end result of a New Game Plus with a female protagonist has a very interesting thing happen that isn't brought up again until Persona 1. And then in Persona 2, you actually get to meet the female protagonist of Shin Megami Tensei If, the game in which that altered timeline happens. However, as I said, the first choice leads you here. The world completely resets. The demon summoning program falls into the hands of a cult rather than high school students. They rewrite the program slightly to summon the end of the world itself. And that's where we currently are. The end of the world has happened. There are only a handful of humans left alive. The demons, also known as shadows in Persona, are now roaming free, with absolutely nothing holding them back. And yeah, we are a resurrected human turned into a demon that is currently trying to find a reason by which the world can be remade. But also on the side, the devil is low-key arranged all of these events to try to steal back something that got stolen from hell before the world was destroyed. So literally all of this happened because the devil decided to be petty and try to steal back something that he lost. But yeah, that's the loose connection. Back in Shin Megami Tensei 2, the protagonist made a choice. That choice wound up causing either Persona or this to happen. So yeah, now you know the complicated histories and connections.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out what to create.
Okay, so it's just, wait, hold on. Are there two different rooms with mannequins, or is it just the one room with mannequins, this one guy, and I just missed the other room?
The room is a mannequin.
Okay. So, fragments of human consciousness from the humans who died at the end of the world. Some of those fragments got imprisoned into dolls. Not full people, mind you, but enough of their souls that they effectively are their own sentient beings. We're invading the enslavers' headquarters right now in order to convince the enslavers to start a war and ignore the mannequins for a bit. In exchange, giving them a chance to escape.
To ignore the mannequin.
Yeah, to ignore the mannequins for a bit, give them a chance to escape.
While ignoring the mannequin.
Yes, effectively. And also getting us access to, aside of this ongoing war, okay. Yeah, well,
access to more mannequins.
okay, so there was another. No. There is a war going on between the different reasons for the world to be reborn. Like, all that is left of reality is a broken shell of Tokyo. You're wandering around the post-apocalyptic spherescape that the city has become. Which is kind of what I'm doing right now if I can figure out my map. There it is. So the escalator only has that. Let's see what is... I need to turn left.
I love how I said like 3 times you tried to explain yourself and you didn't realize that I was just being... Just being... whatever.
Sorry.
Okay, I was being an ass. But like, seriously.
No, like, I... Hold on. Buddy, you got a good head on your shoulders. Maybe you look like a lost puppy, but with that level of spunk, you make it far if you roll with the mantra. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be a member of your reason. I am sorry. Ooh, look, the Cathedral of Shadows is open, and it's all... Wait, is it almost the full Kakatsuchi? Yes! Oh, hello,
That's
Bicorn.
too short.
I'm going to try to recruit this Bicorn. Kill. Kill you! Never mind. It doesn't want recruited. Alright. Let's go ahead and give this a basic attack. And then a stun bite. There we go. I'm gonna wait until the full Kagetsuchi. Yeah, I'll listen to Fornius real quick. This thing stinks, so you can have it. Okay, it's a bead. Yay. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! A full Kagetsuchi. Cathedral of Shadows. Hello. Oh, I know what the Demon Compendium is. But could you explain it, Mordio?
It contains information on all demons in existence, but only those that the reader has made a pact with can be used. I see that you have been recruiting many a demon. From now on, use this compendium to your advantage.
The Demon Compendium is finally available for use. Now that the tutorial is over. Okay. Let's go ahead and register this High Pixie. This Fornius. And this Jack-o'-lantern. Also known as Pyro Jack in the original. Okay. Let's view the compendium, shall we? Let's summon 2 elementals. Let's summon first this Aquans. This level 13 Arios. Now, let's sort the rest of these by level and go down to the bottom, shall we? Let's go ahead and get a Will-o'-the-Wisp going. A Pixie.
Maybe I should just become a Care Bear.
A Kodama. Who?
I call being grumpy.
Okay.
Being a Care Bear.
Party is full. Perfect. Fusion time. Okay.
Look all being grumpy.
Hell yeah. I'll be grumpy bear.
Grumpy Bear. I was talking about like maybe it was like I was thinking of like this. I was like, well, I want a bear, but like, what if I make it pink? Oh, I'll just be a Care Bear.
Okay.
I miss Care Bears. You can't get. I don't even remember where I can even get that stuff anymore. Because most of the movies I used to have were like on EHS. The new Care Bears is not the same as the old one.
I can agree with that.
It's like nowhere the same.
Okay. Then select, I'm going to sacrifice. I am going to
I mean,
sacrifice.
I like polar bears, but like, I really don't want to do a polar bear.
I am not going to sacrifice. For this fusion, I am not going to sacrifice now. Okay. Let's see here now. Fuse. So close to being able to fuse both Incubus and Oni. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Okay. So, I do not have a Fomorian yet. Or a Bicorn. It's a downgrade. But if
I heard that's weak.
But if I also sacrifice an Arios.
Are you sure?
Oof.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes, I'm sure. There we go. Hello, Fomorian. I am Fomorian of the Night Clan. I can't wait to kick some ass. Jeez. Okay.
I'm
That's...
also tempted to do like a gecko.
Hmm. Okay.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Because I like geckos. Not just any gecko, like a little like leopard gecko or something. Make them really short.
Are you sure? Hmm. Are you sure? Hmm. Oh. All right.
Fuse. Let's see what I can get with this angel. Naga in 5 levels.
So what are you doing, Gray?
I should be working right now, but I'm not. I'm scrolling on TikTok.
Ah, that explains why you probably giggled.
Yes.
You're probably watching cute videos, something.
And I don't remember what I was giggling at. If it was I was giggling at something, it's probably because I was having an extreme gayness attack.
That could do it.
Are you sure?
There
I
is like
really need to finish a bunch of my stuff on TikTok.
there is this like certain cosplayer. I don't know their pronouns, so I'm just gonna call them they for right now. Um,
Yeah.
and they cosplayed Larry Johnson from Sally Face, and he's like one of my most biggest fictional crushes. And I had it like an uphandedly severe gayness attack. He said how it looks so cool.
Mhm. I've seen some really good ones on there. Then again, there's a surplus of that content on there.
Yeah, it sucks
Or
like the Sally Face fandom kind of died again. It's really sad. It's
No.
okay though. I get my
does
fill out
that
of it.
happen with a lot of fandoms though?
This has been happening like all the time recently on TikTok. Like, it was the South Face fandom. Now it's like the South Park fandom is getting a lot of traction. Um, or at least that's what I see.
Yeah, whatever is in your feed right now.
Which sucks because
Um,
I love seeing a lot of Sally Face content. Literally half my likes is just Sally Face right now, which I'm
I
not
don't
complaining.
see
I
as
love that.
much cosplay as content as I used to, but that's just because everything's flooded with D&D stuff right now.
Speaking
Because I am following some D&D pages, so yeah.
speaking of D&D, um
Mm.
so in addition to the derpy dog that I play that I was talking about like when you walked in, I'm DMing a game on Wednesday nights for a group of Vocaloid producers. I don't know if you saw the link
Ooh.
that Taffy, but like I'm also streaming it, and it's a Wednesday
No,
night.
I've been out of commission, so I haven't been seeing like a ton of stuff. The most I've seen lately, for as your stuff has been concerned, is when you post notifications. I just have been too lazy saying
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Every Wednesday night, and the VOD is usually up on YouTube, except for when YouTube decides
Like,
to cut my stream in the middle of it.
the biggest reason why I even clicked on Christ stuff when they posted is because I was already on YouTube at the moment, and then I got excited because I was like, they're finally posting.
Valid.
It was not what I thought it was, but it was good nonetheless. Hmm.
Like,
Your animatic was really good, Gray.
Oh, thank you. Took me like
Like
2 months to make it.
it looked really good.
I hated it. I hate it so much, honestly. Like I was so happy when it was finished, but I honestly hate the way it looks now.
I think it's just because you like don't ever post is why I got like jumped to the gun to look at whatever you posted.
I know I'm horrible at posting dates, but now that I have a functioning team, um,
Yeah.
I can keep track of my posting dates.
Also, I can understand that though. I have a lot of stuff that I'm backed up on videos that I need to do on TikTok because here's the thing, I have videos that I have planned for it, but I just never finished the stuff I was drawing. It's just a matter of the videos I planned out. There was one involving my characters, Eve, and then Taffy, and some other characters. And then there was another one I was gonna do with Taffy with his new workout outfit. And there was like some other stuff I was gonna do with the D&D character and whatnot. I just ended up just scrapping things and setting it aside. It's unfinished because I just been too lazy to finish drawing.
It's kind of how what we're doing right now is that because like we're working on the comic and we're trying to get that done first before we or at least start it before we do anything. So we've been
Yeah.
jotting down ideas like every day to start. So like we literally, I for some reason I was listening to Michael Jackson all day today, and the first thing that came to my mind was Halloween, right? And so I started listening to Michael Jackson's Thriller, and he has there is some dialogue in the beginning of the official music video, and he's like, it's only a movie, stuff like that, right? So I wanted to
Yeah.
do that, except with the characters from my comic, with the unnamed, who we will call right now, we'll call her unnamed, and Larry, because it is canon that they're a ship together, they're in relationships. I wanted to do that for Halloween and make that as like a short little
Yeah.
animatic.
okay, I've got a
Yeah.
question that I gotta answer real quick from chat. Hey, Dronis Leroy, is this a blind playthrough? Sort of. I am a huge fan of the Shin Megami Tensei franchise, so I understand the timeline and how the different reasons line up to different end results and occasionally different games. I also had the Matador, like all the way up to the Matador, partially spoiled for me. I also have a general inkling of who is associated with what reason, but beyond that, yeah, this is a blind playthrough. I'm I'm not personally blind, which is, by the way, why it's not called a blind playthrough anymore. Like I'm spoiler blind, yes, but in fairness to people who are dealing with a lack of vision, or I do not think that the term blind playthrough should be used. This is indeed my first playthrough of the game that I'm actually going to be playing through. I'm spending a good chunk of my streams this week dealing with it because I got this as sort of a birthday present for myself 2 months ago, and my birthday is this upcoming Monday, the day before the official release date. So since I've got the early access, I thought, you know what? Content. Hashtag content, folks.
That way.
All
Hmm.
right. And then
Yeah, all I know is that I hate the way the animatic looks, and once I figure out how to do certain things, I'm hoping I can get better at it because I hate the way that it looks.
Oh yeah.
that's
Um,
one gold bull.
improving's always, you know,
A thing.
always
It's a thing.
improving. Yeah.
Improving's a
I'm hoping
thing.
I can get back into the swing of doing stuff here soon because tomorrow's Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, tomorrow's well technically already is Saturday, but like, well for me anyways. Um, but yeah, no, I'm supposed to get a battery for my one laptop. So hopefully, if that battery actually ends up working with my laptop, hopefully I'll be able to start like making things with my computer again, and I'm looking forward to actually doing that. Of course, no internet, but like one thing at a time.
One problem at a time.
At least,
Yeah, I
at
gotta.
least if I get a working computer, I can at least start taking commissions again and working on stuff because regardless of whether I have internet at the moment, it's not like I can't transfer files over from my computer to my phone and put it where it needs to be
Yeah,
because
I
I
need
have
to buy
access
a.
to everything where I need to post.
Yeah, I need to buy a new thing for my tablet. I broke it. I need to buy a new one. I haven't
What
done it
kind of
yet.
tablet?
An XP Pen Artist 12 Pro. It's the adapter connector starting to get
This
all
is just
wonky.
the connection.
Yeah, like the connector to like the computer to the tablet is starting to get all
Okay,
wonky on
so
the
you're talking
tablet
about like
side.
the
So
USB. Okay.
yeah, I need to get a new one because
Mm,
like it wiggles
Looking
around
forward.
sometimes and sometimes it glitches out and it scares the shit out of me because I think that I lost all my progress and I'll have to
Yeah.
start all over again.
Um, what kind of tablet do you have though? That's what I asked.
That's what I said.
Uh,
It's an XP Pen. It's an XP Pen Artist 12 Pro.
and I don't even know if it's anywhere close as mine. It probably is not. Because all I have is a USB little like touch thing that you
Oh,
put plug into the computer that has like the dots on it, and that's it. It doesn't have a screen or
like
anything
a
like
Wacom?
that. Yes, I have a Wacom.
Yeah, mine has a screen on it.
Yeah,
Because I can't look and I can't draw and look up at the same time. I'll lose coordination a lot
it
with my
takes a
hand.
little practice to figure out.
Oh, I know. I
Um,
used to do it. I my first ever tablet that I got,
I used to
I
play
think
around
was
with
also a
them
Wacom.
in high school because they had them for the computers in the classes I had. So
I
that's
think
how I
my
know how to
first
use
tablet was also a Wacom. I'm not sure. It was pretty big, but I just I got used to it. But then when I got the XP pen, I lost
it. Yeah,
coordination of doing that, so I can't really do it anymore.
yeah. I can understand definitely that it's like a lot harder sometimes trying to pinpoint where you're trying to draw when you're looking at the screen
Mine
and then can't
sucks.
look at where your hands are. But at the same time, if you do it enough times, you get into the habit.
You get used to it.
Oh, but touchscreen is definitely a lot better. I will admit to that because I used to have a touchscreen on my, well, actually, not used to. One of the laptops I have that's currently not working because of motherboard issues has a touchscreen, so I didn't need a tablet for that one. I used to draw with my finger on the actual computer screen.
So I have that the tablet that I'm or the computer that I'm talking to you guys on right now. It's one of those computer tablets that you can flip into a tablet.
Okay.
Because it's a, you know what,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
can't draw on
even
that.
try to look at it because I don't want to get up. It's over on the other side of the room in a drawer. But that computer is, it can't like flip over or anything like what you're saying, but
So,
what I'm saying is it just has like a touchscreen, like in the sense to where the
uh,
actual screen goes.
okay.
Touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. There we go. There we go. All right. So, let me go ahead and walk into the shop.
I completely forgot that Jerome is in the call with us.
Yeah, it happens. Like I got really quiet because I was like, I'm trying to beat these extremely hard to beat demons, for the purposes of literally taking the golden calf away from them.
Sharonis is just playing the game right now. I'm watching them on Twitch.
Yeah,
like I have it open on my phone.
It's like,
The screen from the Discord,
yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm just watching you right there. Um, Not honestly, I'm not messing with anything else, so
Okay.
it's
You know what
kind
I
of
hate
like
about working with you know what I hate about working with two different computers? Like one for drawing and one for like business in school.
what?
Is one of my voice actors texted me and said, "Hey Cry, why does it say in Discord that you've been using Clip Studio Paint for like the last 8 days straight?"
Yeah, I saw that.
And I said,
Wait, what?
because I use this I use a separate HP computer to draw, and I have Clip Studio. I have Discord on that computer, and it
Yeah.
Discord automatically tells you when you're using another application, and I guess I never turned it off. So for like the
Unless
past
you have it
week,
like set to something else.
yeah, for the past week, I've had Clip Studio running, and I got called out by one of my voice actors.
Yeah, like I didn't even notice it was happening until he called it out, and it was like, are they a they? I still don't know the voice actors that well. I think it was the one that's playing Travis. I think is the one that called it out.
Yes, they go by he, him.
He him. Okay.
He goes by he, him. Sorry,
He goes by he him. There we go.
my apologies.
There we go. So the person playing Travis is male identified. Got it.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and so yeah, I didn't notice it until he called it out, and I was like, oh crap, that's ouch. I've had that happen before, just with a completely different program.
Well, it's because I never shut my computer off. Anyways, this is an old computer. It's almost 3 years old, and I just
Yeah.
never shut it off because when I shut it off, it takes forever to boot up again. So I just like, you know what, I'll leave it on.
No, I have a issue where I can't shut off my phone. It's called lack of a button.
Oh, what kind of phone do you
Yeah,
have?
no. Like it's called the button like is broken off. So anytime I want to turn it on, I can't take screenshots and screenshots, not shots. Screenshots. Stupid
So
mouth.
ask me like,
Um,
what kind of phone do you have, Taffy?
it's a. I have to look.
Is it an iPhone, a Samsung, an Android? Like,
Samsung's like the company, though. It's an Android. And
Taffy.
it's an
I have a
Android,
Samsung phone.
but it's Samsung. You just asked
Yeah,
if it's Android, Samsung. It's the
there are different kind of
both.
Android phones. Like there's a thing called a Cricket phone that's also classified as an Android.
Yeah, no, I don't have that. I think it's a type of Galaxy.
So if it's a Samsung Galaxy, um, if you don't have a button for screenshots, what you can do is you can take your, so like, um, hold your palm out and then turn it to the side, like where your pinky is, where your pinky's face down on your phone, and literally just swipe across your screen. Like slide your hand across your screen, and it'll take a screenshot for you.
Wait a second, let me test this.
It works for me. I just did it right now.
How do I do this?
So okay, hold your phone in
Like,
your hand, and then
okay,
the so hold your hand to the side, like straight, where your pinky is facing the phone or is face down on the phone, and then just slide
okay.
your hand across the screen.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Sorry.
It's fine. I would turn on my camera to show you, but I look like
No,
crap right
no,
now.
no, 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 don't worry about it. I can't, I accepted the fact I really can't take screenshots or anything like that anymore. And when I want to turn on the phone, I have to stick something really small in the space where the button used to be. That, or I have to stick the end piece of like a something in there. It works. It's just I can't turn it off because It's too tedious to do so. So I'm okay with it. I kind of like accepted it.
Are you sure?
I am
When you
fusing
have
it.
to deal with babies, sometimes they break things off your stuff.
Yeah.
I have a niece and a nephew
I have a dog.
that I would babysit, and that's how it got taken off in the first place.
I
Because those two like to snatch phones.
my little one, my puppy. She likes to find plastic, like plastic wrap.
Mochi does that too.
It's like
Yeah.
it's cute, but also worrying.
Oh yeah.
Anything Mochi can fit in her mouth, she will take it and run with it.
Are you sure?
I have a cat who has a pica. So she has something wrong with her sense of smell. She doesn't completely chew things, and she also has pica. So she's been known to eat things like hair bands, pens, and little things. You can't let her have access to things. And then on top of that, both of the cats like to play with hair bands. Is like their favorite thing. You just gotta watch them around like small stuff. She almost ate a safety pin, I think. They had to take it out of her mouth because she
Are you sure?
got into some stuff that they left on the counter.
Yikes.
So I am very familiar with animals doing stuff like that. I mean, aside from the it's fun because it's plastic or it makes noise, you know.
All right.
Then again, animals will get into anything if you
Are
let
you
them.
sure? Are you sure?
Same can be said for children though too.
Yeah, can't stand kids.
Huh?
Sorry, my truth. Can't stand children.
Oh, I don't like kids either. I really don't.
I don't either. Like,
All right.
The difference
I don't
between,
like
I can
I don't like
tolerate them.
babies. I don't like kids. I don't like toddlers. You know why? Because when they start crying, you can't get them to shut up,
Oh yeah, I
and I hate
know.
that. And then
I
it's
do
like,
not
oh,
like.
like some of them are really cute. I can stand some of them, like my cousins. I can
Yeah,
stand my cousins because I love them to death, and they're my pride and
it's
joy.
also very different when it's your own as well because like my nephew for example, that is also considered my baby to some extent as well because it's my sister's son.
Yeah,
So that is because I've been playing a part in his life. I'm helping raise him to some extent, and I feel like a third parent, but like
All
I
right.
love that baby to death. Um, but it's very very different, you know, because
yeah.
it's like that's mine, whereas any other kid screaming it's like no.
I want to drop kick you.
But yeah, no, I definitely don't. I actually really don't like kids. It's just very different when it's your own or like family
Yeah.
members.
Yeah, like I said, I can stand my little cousins because they're my pride and joy. They're my little world, and I love them to death, and they deserve
Oh
everything.
yeah.
But yeah, other kids I can't. When they start crying or I hear like a child crying, I'm like, just please keep that kid away from me,
Or
please.
if like kids just randomly approach you when you're like at the store or some shiz. Mm-mm.
Yeah, some of them are cute. Some of them will do cute things, but it's like please keep your kids away from me.
Yeah, and don't expect me to say hi to your child just because your child comes up to me being like hi.
Exactly.
Like I don't want to talk to you, let alone I don't want to talk to your kid.
Also because it's like you also don't know like if that kid is gonna have like that one of those Karen moms or the Karen dads, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the case, they usually would get offended if you don't say hi to them back.
That's
It's like,
exactly
I
what I
have
mean.
anxiety, I don't like talking to people. You think I want to talk to your child? No.
I have to
It's
force
like
myself to look people in the eyes.
exactly.
So it's like,
And I just ignore and walk away because I don't want to interact.
Like I can't stand confrontation. Like I won't not do it, but like
Mm-hmm.
damn, it feels like I'm gonna fall apart. And I like literally with any conversation that I've ever had with anybody, my heart starts to race. I feel like I'm gonna pass out, and I just I can't do it. But if
Yeah,
I need to, I will do it.
I can completely understand that
Confrontation
though.
is the worst.
It is. So I think I'm gonna start with a headshot for this character because I do want to draw them.
I need to take a picture of this. This came out too cute. There are two moments in this comic ship that I'm working on that came out really cute.
Mm-hmm. Show us.
I gotta find my server first. Um,
You already lost your server. You don't know where it is.
no,
It vanished into the abyss.
no,
Mwahaha.
I'm owner. You can't banish me.
No, I said vanished, not banished. I said the server vanished, not banished you. Why
Oh,
would I banish you? I can't do that. I don't have that power.
I mean, I
I've
could
not
give you
been
that
given
power, but
that
you
power.
can't banish me.
I mean, you could, but it's very unlikely I would even try to attempt. I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah. So
So
there's
trust
that
me, I've
one.
seen people ban the owners from their servers before, and
yeah.
other people don't believe me when I say it. I'm like,
Sorry. I just saw the picture. Yeah. He did turn out cute.
And
it
then
is cute.
look at look at little Sal and little unnamed.
Yes.
I I didn't realize until I actually looked at it that Sal is canonly very short. So unnamed is kind of like right in the middle between Larry and Sal.
Hmm.
Cute little dynamic. Just wanted to throw that in there.
It looks really good so far.
Well, thank you.
Definitely.
I mean, okay, Sal's shortness is one of the many reasons why Jack thought Sal was a little girl at first, not just because Sal's nickname
Yeah,
is Sally
pigtails.
Face and the
And
pigtails.
the
Yeah,
pigtails, yeah.
Hmm.
but the shortness really added to that.
Definitely. I just a second realized there's gonna be so much drama in this comic series.
Like drama between the characters or drama between the.
Just in general, like overall, like it's gonna have many moments that a lot of people are gonna hate me for it because I know for a fact that I'm gonna have cliffhangers.
Yeah.
I do that to myself a lot.
And so I had to close up the stream, just so you know.
Hmm?
Huh?
So I'm not looking at it presently because I'm gonna let my phone try to catch itself for a minute.
You really said I need these. Phone said I need to breathe.
More it's more like, hey, I'm not charging properly because your cord's broken, and hey, you're being on stuff that is taking up more than needed.
Fair.
I don't
I'm
know if my
very
phone used to do that.
well. The cord's broken. I need to get a new one.
I'm
I
literally
just
using
haven't.
My Raycon's charger port, my Raycon's charger to charge my phone because my other one broke.
It's bent. I need to get a new one. Um, like it's bent like a lot. I have to put the cord in such a position to not touch it, so it can just charge. And then if I leave it alone, if I leave it alone, like don't like tap on a bunch of stuff, it'll work a lot better. I'll get a new one soon though. It's just I just haven't had the chance to do so. I haven't been outside. I just need a chance to go to the store. Hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and
The
head back to
character I'm
Shibuya.
currently working on is a kind of like supposed to be like a snow elf, eldritch mix. He's supposed to look like he has stars spilling over him. He's from a roleplay that I'm in, that I've been writing with this other person.
Okay.
And I wanted to draw him and then send the picture to the other person, show them, because one, this character is supposed to be like very aesthetically pleasing. Not only that, but I draw the characters from that thing anyways.
Hmm? Oh?
So,
That okay with you?
7 bronze calves
Hmm?
Huh?
and 1 golden bull.
That okay with you?
What I've been doing is I'm going into a special DLC dungeon to grind for money,
Heyo.
and then I have to sell off the items that get dropped because it.
Money.
What? Yeah, because I'm
Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows,
because I'm
Maybe
working
I
on
haven't heard it.
what I'm working on is I'm trying to fuse
Are you sure?
my various demons together in a certain combination for the
Mm-hmm.
sake of like having them there.
Are you sure?
But at the same time, I'm also wanting to have my party be fully decked out,
Are you sure?
and then Archangel.
Are you sure?
Don't you hate that thing when when Clip Studio decides to save the canvas out of nowhere and then you can't draw on it
Mm-hmm.
for like a quick minute?
All right.
It does not sound fun.
It doesn't, honestly. It happens like every 30 minutes because that's what I set it to. I need Larry's flat colors because I don't have those on standby for some reason.
All right.
First thing I'm gonna do, if that battery ends up working, is I'm gonna check all my files, see if they're still there.
Uh,
And
you don't back
then,
up your files? Ugh. No.
what?
I'm saying you don't back up your files just to make sure that they're okay.
Things happen out of the blue. I have really bad luck.
You know what? I don't even know why I'm
And I
talking
have
to
no
such a
idea
hypocrite because
where.
I don't do the same thing either.
Huh? I have it
So
all
I
saved
don't know
on my
why.
computer.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was gonna say I'm being a hypocrite. I don't back up my files either.
Here's the thing: the backups for my first,
I don't use whatever program you use.
the backups for
Tell
my.
you that right now.
Okay, so the hard drive I kept in a safe deposit box that I kept hidden in a different part of the house. That part of the house flooded. Water got into the box because it wasn't completely watertight or fireproof. So the backups for the project files for my first 6 albums, almost 80 songs, just gone. It's like,
I don't even know what all I have on there, anyways. When I think about it. And I have no idea where the flash drive went. I think the grandfather stole it. When I was up at their house. But so I'm gonna have to find that. But like, what I was saying was though is I definitely need to check what all's on there first, and then after I do that, I'm making a ton of icons for Discord because I've been really wanting icons and gifs.
Hello there.
I'm gonna make so many pink things.
this shop is not selling any Magatama.
That's
So
kind of
I'm
what I wanted to
backing
go
out.
for with this server, is that a lot of like the emotes are like anime or pink.
Wait, okay, so did you actually see the full image of the picture I'm using right now?
No.
Okay, I gotta show you this.
Oh, is it your icon?
This. Which, I'm sure it's not when it's on instead.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, that.
Ooh.
It's marshmallow pink. It's kind of supposed to be kind of similar to what you were talking about with the the stuff you were thinking as well. Because I kind of got the idea. I'm like, I remember those like little pink anime indie games. I was like, I want to do something like that. Originally, it was supposed to just be just like something else, but then I was like, nah, because I was gonna do like the original coloration, but then I decided to just go all pink because I felt like it was easier to do. But then I decided to go into more detail than I intended to. So that was like the result, but like,
Looks pretty cute.
I made that on my phone. Um, then I also made this.
Ooh,
Let me take a
that's
look.
cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
I did a little squiggly thing to make it more watery. Yeah. I want to make more, but I'm too lazy to make them on phone. Hence why it's going to be easier to do it on computer because at least I can draw like how I draw by hand. It's a lot harder to draw on a phone screen. Like I can do stuff on phone, it just takes a lot more effort than I'm willing to put in. Because you have to zoom in and out on the tiny screen. It's tedious. And I made the nose too big again.
Oh my gosh, this girl really got stuck in bleachers. Like school bleachers. What the hell?
On TikTok?
Yeah.
How do you get stuck in bleachers unless they
Like,
hold them down on top of you?
no, okay, so what she did was like, you know how some like certain gymnasiums will have like the bleachers up against the wall?
Yeah.
Like it's yeah. So there's like the back wall and then there's the side wall, right? And she decided to wedge herself between the side wall of the bleacher and the wall, and she got stuck. And she can't get out.
You still fold those up. Um, I'm guessing you're talking about like the bar or something, right?
I guess I don't know exactly how to explain it.
No,
She
it's
just
fine.
stuck. she
She's
she's
stuck.
stuck. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, she's stuck.
Don't know how people do that though. Ugh. People do a lot of things.
Oh, the poor Jack Frost. He just wanted to come here to start adventuring, and every time he gets even remotely close to the door, the torches melt them. Aww.
Wait.
Oh, so there's the other friend.
Around.
There's Isamu.
I said I didn't do a damn thing! There's more? Wait. Is that you? Hey, we gotta help. We don't have time to waste here.
Oh,
Hmm.
that is not the best place to get a pimple in your ear. Ooh.
This sounds unpleasant.
This girl
Thor
had like a big
literally
vein.
just killed my friend.
Oops.
Ooh, that.
This girl got like a big black head right where like the end of her piercing
Oh,
is.
okay, no, never mind. Didn't kill him, just drained enough. Yeah. Hold on. Hey, Dustin. Yeah. I'm playing the same game you are. Thor just drained him of everything that he had and locked me and him up. I said, stop sleeping. You're about to be taken to court. As you may realize, this is trial by combat. If you claim to be innocent, then pound your enemy into the ground. Only when they're reduced to a quivering mass of flesh will you be set free. Oh, that. Oh. We're beginning the hearing. Get out.
Man, I really want to get another piercing. Oh,
Oh,
okay. Taffy died.
oh, Taffy's back.
Taffy,
Yes.
he died.
No. It's called Discord. My
Oh, you'll
Discord
see.
went like completely like silent in the middle, I think, of Gerona's talking. So I had to fix it.
Hmm.
Alright. So I The display is looking good so far.
I shall pass righteous judgment. Capital punishment. There is no other choice. Think of how you want to die. I'll give you time. Are you ready? Okay.
What?
Okay, Orthus. Whatever you say. Trial by combat, huh?
Do like here like this. Or maybe not actually. Maybe I should make it.
Oh.
Okay.
Pro tip, if you make ice cubes out of tea, you won't water down your iced tea. So you're just gonna make iced tea for my iced tea to put in iced tea with my iced tea using some iced tea.
You put in different teas so they can have different flavors too.
Wait, let me try reading that again. So so you're just gonna make iced tea for my iced tea to put in iced tea with my iced tea using some iced tea. There we go. That's better.
Yeah, but still, like, I mean, you could also add like other flavors.
For
I mean, it's
strong.
not a
Like
bad
lemonade.
idea.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you could do lemonade ice cubes like what I did. I actually did that. I had actually made lemonade ice cubes. I got this like fresh, cold pressed lemonade that's strawberry lemonade, and I put them in this like little ice cube tray that looked like brains. And then I bought this frozen lemonade stuff because I like to have lemonade with tea sometimes. So I got that, and it was also strawberry lemonade flavored, so it went together. And then I made a hibiscus tea. It's a hibiscus flavored tea that I have. It's really good. I made that, and then I put the ice cubes in it with a little bit of that frozen lemonade stuff. It's not like the frozen drink. It's more like the frozen the thing that is like I can't
Welcome to
remember the word.
Coffee having a stroke, part one.
It's like not like me having a brain gap. Um, it happens. I can't think of it. But it's like I can't say gelato because it's not gelato. I can't. It's like sherbet, but it's not sherbet. You know? It's similar to sherbet though. It's a
You lost me.
frozen lemonade thing that's similar to sherbet.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I just don't. I don't know the name of it either.
It's not ice cream or anything like that. It's closer to sherbet. And I got some of that. I scooped in the bottom, and then I had it with I poured hibiscus tea over it with with those strawberry lemonade ice cubes I made. Put those in it, and then I put a little bit of hibiscus flower in it. It was good.
You know, I've
It was
never I've
good.
never tried hibiscus tea. I wanted to try it, but you know what I did start doing was putting milk in my tea.
Oh, I like uh I like putting coconut milk in mine.
And the thing is, as a Texan, you don't do that. You don't put milk in your tea. No, you put some sugar in it and you let it be. You don't put milk in your tea. No, I
I
put
mean,
milk in my tea for the first time, and ooh,
I've been doing this stuff much longer than you have then.
Well, no shit. I just recently discovered that it actually tasted good, and I thought people were just
Well,
lying to
here's
me.
here's the thing. I don't put milk in tea just because I'm lactose intolerant. Like, I don't drink milk directly. I can't have ice cream. I can have stuff because it's not like an allergy that's gonna like kill me. You know, it just makes me sick. Um, but so that's why I generally don't do it. But ever since I discovered that I liked coconut milk, I put I will drink coconut milk with things, and I will put coconut milk in with some juice. And I'm pretty sure you don't know what juices are, but if
Nope.
you ever had the if you ever had the Mexican drinks, that's basically coconut milk with flavoring. I know how to make that, so I don't have to buy it.
But yeah, anyway,
Because
mhm.
I discovered a thing called juice.
what I
Um, but no, I stopped drinking soda altogether in middle school, high school. I just never really liked the stuff to begin with, and I leaned always more towards juice and other things. And I really, really like tea, so ew. I'm one of those people that's been dabbling in making my own drinks and stuff.
I haven't had tea in a while. I really want some now.
Also, I apologize for interrupting you, Jeronis. What were you wanting to say?
what I was gonna say was what I was gonna say was adding milk to green matcha tea and sugar. It is delicious. It's like eating a mochi ice cream ball, except as a
I
drink.
don't like
Mochi.
I don't like I don't like matcha. I like green tea. I don't like matcha though. Matcha's no.
Matcha's
That's
okay for
that's
me.
that's that's my preference. So, I know there's a lot of people who like matcha, but me personally, I really don't like matcha. I like bitter green tea and green tea that's like original, the original made stuff or whatever. I know, cause matcha's more of like a sweeter thing. I don't know what it is entirely that I don't. It's hard to describe. Sorry, my brain's kind of like dying for a minute.
Yeah, it's fine. It's late, so
But yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan of that. But it's very similar to how I wasn't sure whether I like coconut milk or not because I had coconut water before. But coconut milk is different, and I like coconut by itself. I just don't like coconut water. I'm weird. But I go to what you're saying though that it'll probably taste like ice cream. You mix like different things and it'll taste like other stuff.
let's see.
Sorry, guys, just a second. I didn't realize my computer shut off.
It happens. I recently, not too long ago, got my hands, not hand, hands on tapioca pearls.
Ooh.
So I'm looking forward to getting to play with those more. But like, I just really haven't got around to it because I don't feel like boiling them, and I don't have a container to put them in. If I had a smaller container, like what I do with the cubes, um, then I would have took a day just to boil a whole bunch and then just put them in a container in the fridge because I know you can do that and it'll be just fine if you have them for a while. Because it's not like something that's going to expire right away. When you get cold, they taste better.
Yeah, I heard that there's a boba shortage going around.
Boba shortage?
Yeah, like the stuff they put in boba tea. Apparently, they're having a shortage everywhere.
I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, it's been going around on TikTok that they're having a boba shortage. Apparently, everything these days is having a shortage. Like Starbucks is having a shortage. Uh, I don't know.
I don't know about that either. But then again, I don't go to places to get stuff, and I usually tend to try to find ways to make my own stuff at home.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot cheaper to learn how to make your own stuff. I want to learn how to make my own tea leaves eventually. I have to wait to be able to do that though because it's something I'm gonna do with my mom. She's been busy, so yeah. There's a lot of things though I want to do. I want to start growing my own I want to start growing my own herbs. That's something she wants to do as well. She recently started taking some of the stuff that we get from the store, putting them in water, and what you do is you get the ones with the
Yes.
roots. You put them in water by the window for a few days. Let them uh, let them get more of a root, and then you can grow your own stuff. She buys the lettuce with the roots too, so we can grow them out in the garden.
Well, the prison guard just had to release us, and he's pissed off because we almost killed Thor.
Eh?
Oh, yeah, like while you all were talking, I was having the main character and his party fight Thor.
Thor.
Yeah, and Thor almost died. So Thor decided to judge us not guilty, and the prison guard got upset that he had to release us. Don't show your ugly mug here again, alright? Yeah. And then just walked off like an angry little jack o' lantern that it was.
Oh, you confused me for a minute.
Yeah. The pyro jack that was the prison guard was really mad that he had to let us go.
No, it was just I heard the words Thor, and it was taking me a minute to comprehend who you were talking about because my brain went to something else that was not Thor.
Okay.
For some reason, for some reason, when I heard the words Thor twice, my brain kept going to Thantos, and I was like, "What the? What?" Because for some reason I decided to confuse the two because, you know, brain not working.
Brain no work, head empty. Only elevator
Yeah, pretty
music.
much. No, more like I'm just staring at Lush's hair right now, and just anything else, just like okay. I'll show you what I'm doing in a minute, so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. At least. I mean, granted, I'm not sure if you remembered what I said, but whatever. Eh.
Okay, let's go ahead and heal up.
Huh? Oh.
Okay. It looks like my stream did reset again, so
Uh-oh.
so it looks like I'm gonna have to download I'm gonna have to download two Flames of the menorah of sovereignty are flickering wildly. Uh-oh. That's not good. I sense a demon's domain coming up. Oh! Hi, Dante! By the way, this game that I'm playing right now is the source of the meme featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Ooh.
And Dante just decided to 3-point landing right in front of me. Okay. Sukakaja. Bufula. Zan. Missed.
I'll give you 10 minutes to decide. Which would you rather end up in? A coffin or a dumpster?
Okay, Pixie's gone. I gotta do this the hard way. Secunda. Bufula. Focus. Secunda again. Attack. Attack. Tornado. Bufula.
How am I
Lunge.
so tired? I literally napped all day today.
Because you napped all day. As weird as that sounds.
But it doesn't make sense on why I'm so tired. Like,
The more you sleep, the more tired you're gonna be. Like, if you sleep more than you should, you're gonna be end up more tired. And then if you sleep less, like a lot less than you should, you're gonna be tired. It's a weird logic, I know.
that doesn't make any sense. It's like, oh yeah, you sleep a lot, you're tired. You don't sleep at all, you're tired. You sleep some, you're still tired. You get the
I mean,
right
if you
amount of
sleep a
sleep, you're still tired.
no, it's more like you have to get that balance. Otherwise, you're just gonna be exhausted regardless. Alrighty, I finished this sketch.
I have not finished any of my stuff yet. I'm
Which just a
procrastinating.
quick concept. It's just a quick concept sketch.
Mine isn't. It's work, and I don't want to work.
Because I wanted to do that headshot real quick, just to have an idea of how his head, facial features, all that looks.
This is
having
literally like
that,
what happened the last time I tried making a comic series. This is literally what happened. I literally like had no motivation, and I'm really getting stuck with no motivation right now.
I feel that. I had to scrap some of mine that I had. It's like you get the ideas, you get the story, and you play around with concepts, and you're all motivated at first, but then when you go actually doing the actual pages, it's like, no. Same thing can be said for like actually trying to write chapters as well. I'm really good when it comes to role plays and brainstorming and like getting ideas for comics and different things, blah blah blah. But then when it comes to actually putting the progress for some stuff, it's just like I don't want to. So I feel you. Also, there you go, sketch.
I saw
Not
that.
sure how well you can see it, but it's what it is.
Looks good.
Yeah. Now I have to incorporate a way to do the actual more full-bodied version of him because I think it would look really cool to do this character in particular. I just think it'd be interesting to add to my stuff, considering all the aspects that go with this character because the coloring is definitely fun. Because this character in particular, he has, as you can see, he has really long hair, but like his hair is gonna be like dark, and then I get to play around with the white pen a lot because he's gonna have stars in his hair, and then he has opal colored eyes. So his eyes aren't necessarily like what you think when you think of like opal the crystal. No, it's more of like opal eyes the color. Because the difference between opal eyes and opal the crystal is the fact the crystal is more of like a dark color with other like fragments of other colors in it, whereas opal eyes are this really like pretty opaque like blue.
And I just defeated Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Or at least got him to stand down.
And then to do smoke and like starry stuff all around him.
You sure as hell look like it, T-Man. But something tells me you're not. Can't quite put my finger on it.
I'm very glad I made this character have stilettos because I don't care for drawing feet right now.
I'm a devil hunter. Usually massacre guys
Oh
like
my gosh.
Granted, the
What?
reason I'm doing this is to help the old man downstairs.
I watched this person take their cover off their Yeti mic, and they're like,
But let's
their
just
mic is completely like damaged.
need to find out what he's got planned.
That not
As a matter
good.
of fact, depending on how things turn out, maybe we'll meet again. Until then, try and keep yourself alive. Who knows? I might have another chance to kill you.
Please let that be the last boss fight I have to deal with. Yes, I'll enter Mantra headquarters.
You know what? I might as well just show you the other sketch I was talking about earlier as well. The snake with gator tail turned dragon. Ugh. I'm gonna show you this. Hopefully my phone will focus more this time. Plus my lines are darker on this one. Have you ever noticed how Discord, like, when you take pictures, it lowers the quality?
Yeah, sometimes.
Especially if you take pictures on your phone.
Yeah.
It's like Discord's like, no, you're not allowed to have decent quality even though you can see it with your own eyes. Like, I actually managed to get a decent picture. Hopefully you can see that, I'm not sure. It's in pencil. But there you go. Look.
Let me see.
Dragoon.
Oh. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Snake with a gator tail turned dragon. Ugh.
Try dragon.
Dragon. I originally was going to do a snake character and was like, okay, I'm gonna just make an alternate version of my stuff and it's a snake now. But then that happens, so it exists. I don't know if I'm gonna end up keeping the character. Who knows? I mean, I'm not disappointed with how it turned out.
He's snaky.
I just would have, like, I would have preferred if it turned out a different way, but whatever. It's just not gonna be an alternate version or whatever. I'll have to try again. I don't have the idea in my head at the moment to even attempt to try again. I want to play around with other things. I have like a stack of papers I still have to finish. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about like paperwork or anything like that. I'm talking about art papers. I have so many drawings unfinished. It's like you make things and then it's like, I don't want to finish it. That is really weird. Hmm.
Oh.
So, how much have you got done on your comic exactly? I'm curious.
1 page.
A single
One comic
page.
strip. I'm working on the second one right now because I'm working on the prologue, and the prologue is gonna contain maybe 3 or 4 of them. So
Yeah,
it was supposed to be released tomorrow, but due to like exams and school and life,
that's probably not gonna happen.
yeah, no,
Probably
it's not
right.
gonna happen. So I moved it to next week, but
It's
what that means is
understandable
that I
though.
have to I'm gonna have to cut a writing week just to work because even though I've already written chapter 1, part 1, it's already written.
Yeah,
I just need to work on it.
yeah, the actual pages. Hmm. You're gonna be posting it anywhere?
Well, because it's a comic, it's gonna be a comic dub, and this is gonna be regular comic. I'm gonna be posting it on Tapas and maybe Webtoon if I can get it on there. Um,
Alrighty.
but I'll be posting the comic dubs on YouTube.
I was just curious.
Oh, that's okay.
Like when I wanted to do Paradox, I was originally intending on posting it on Webtoons, but then I scrapped it. Too much to mess with. And I didn't even think I was gonna get certain things done, so it was like, eh. So I'm just gonna leave Paradox as like a personal thing, and then the projects I'm mostly focusing on as of now is just some of the stuff I mentioned with TikTok, some
Yeah.
painting work, and then some other stuff. Because I got paintings to finish too. I don't know if
Wow,
you've seen the one I've been working on for like the last few days or so.
Well, I'm
But I
probably gonna have to
haven't
replay that
looked
entire
up.
section anyway because it forgot to save. Oops. Anyway,
Huh.
with that, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, everyone exempt, everyone floating violently between the extremes, be safe, be well. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I'm gonna have to go back in and edit the pieces that are missing from my YouTube channel later.
Bye,
Night,
everybody.
folks.
Bye.
Thank you for joining me.